You okay?
I gotta warm up my vocals for you. Even though I'm not singing, I gotta warm them up for you.
Georgia's singing tonight.
That's not gonna happen. I'll be here to cheer you on. I'll be your cheerleader.
Like you were in town hall when I paid my bill with Mary Mathescary.
Yeah, kind of just stood there silently, making sure I got everything on screen.
Making sure Richard didn't beat me up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Or pass out, one of the two.
Yeah, either could have happened.
Happy Sunday fun day, everyone. Happy Easter. Welcome back to our weekly Sunday live, where we get to hang out with you guys, read some of your comments in the live chat if you are participating at Sunday 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. If you're watching the replay, obviously we're not going to be able to read your chat, but we will read your comments. If you
a lot of people watch the replay and go, why can't I participate in this live chat?
Right. You won't be able to participate
You're not
in live chat, but you can leave a comment. We will read those. If this is your first live, welcome. Jeremy usually likes to start the live off with a song.
I don't know what to sing about. Like, there's just no material.
There's so much to sing about.
No material this week.
But how do you put it in song is the question.
I mean,
thank you, Gina, for the $2. So much has gone on this week. It's been one Hales of a week. When we say Hales of a week, it's been one Hales of a week. Me. Lakira became a super fan. Welcome, Lakira55.
Well, despite what Mary Mathescary is claiming that our fans have called in to the office and have said, which she lied to me so many times, which I've shown over and again in the videos, and potentially could be lying about that as well. I just think I need to make it clear for everybody tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I need to make this extremely clear.
Thank you, Tracy, for the $5.
There's no hole in my 2-inch pipe. You know where I'm going with this?
Oh.
No. We've never, ever, even once, even insinuated that there's a hole in my 2-inch pipe. There's no hole in my 2-inch pipe.
Unwanted
There's no
holes.
hole. There's no hole.
Otter They Minds, thank you so much.
There's no hole in my 2-inch pipe. Did you know that?
Well, aside from the hole where the water travels through, I would hope not.
Okay, I get you there. But there's no hole in our sink.
Okay.
There's no hole, I think, in our sink.
All right.
There's no hole. There's no hole.
Denny, thank you so much for the $5.
There's no hole in my 2-inch pipe. You see where I'm going with this?
Definitely.
There's no hole in the John or the Ron. Really? You're not going to question me on that one?
Who dat?
Well, John is the toilet, and I call Ron the shower. I thought we
okay. All right.
There's no hole in the John or the Ron.
Okay.
You know where I'm going with this now. Okay,
yes.
Now you get it. There's no hole in the John or the Ron, or I think in the sink or my 2-inch pipe.
All right.
There's no hole in my John or the Ron, or I think in the sink or my 2-inch pipe.
Okay.
There's no hole. There's no hole. There's no hole in my 2-inch pipe.
Francis Rampy just gifted 5 What the Hales memberships. Thank you, Francis.
There's no hole in the faucet where we lost it, or the John or the Ron, or I think in the sink or my 2-inch pipe. There's no hole in the faucet where she says we lost it, or John or the Ron, or I think in the sink or my 2-inch pipe.
Woo, that's a mouthful.
There's no hole. There's no hole. There's no hole in my 2-inch pipe.
James Francis, thank you for the 5.
There's no extra water, so you know that I got her in the faucet.
Sorry
where
to
we
hear
lost
about
it
your
in
mom.
The John or the Ron, or I think in the sink or my 2-inch pipe. There's no extra water, so you know that I got her, or the faucet where she says we lost it, or the John or the Ron, or I think in the sink or my 2-inch pipe.
I thought you called your toilet the gym.
Listen, I'm trying to sing here, okay? Can we talk about my workouts later?
So you could tell people you go to the gym multiple times
instead
a day.
of the John. Yeah, well, that's later. Right now, I'm in artistic mode.
Okay.
Not fartistic mode.
All right.
There's no hole. There's no hole. there's no hole in my 2-inch.
Rose Blue says, there is no hole. Thank you, Jeremy. Give it up for Jeremy, everybody. Heather says, so very funny, Jeremy.
What are they giving up?
So very much funny.
They're 3 minutes for me to speak in town hall.
They're all clapping.
You know what? Let's talk about that 3 minutes in town hall. So where everybody said, hey, I'll give him my 3 minutes. I'll give him my 3 minutes. I already taken my 3 minutes. After that 3 minutes, which I didn't even utilize my entire 3 minutes, I then went on to a legal records request, which he cannot shut me off or shut me down. So what he did was illegal. And again, I will continue to push forward to keep these people accountable. And I do want to talk about Otter Creek tonight. And we obviously have quite a bit to talk about this week. My goodness.
Oh, wow.
How many days did we go
Amber,
in a row with,
thank you so much,
the
Renee.
local Levy County Sheriff coming and saying hi? Like, hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm doing great. All right, I'm out of here.
Like, I mean, by the time we leave to head back to Hale's headquarters, we should know all the sheriff's name by first name.
I'm pretty sure we do know all the sheriff's name. We've even hired
it's been a new sheriff every time,
yeah,
so we're learning all of them.
We've got some of them on the payroll, hiring some for some of our projects.
Thank you, Wendy.
Things are getting a little odd in Otter Creek, and I do want to touch base in regards to a lot of that, even though it is a special day here for everybody around the world, the day of the resurrection.
Helen Gale, thank you.
And that is a time that we celebrate where good conquered evil and where death was defeated and life came thundering out. And so I
appreciate you, Adventure Mike, for the 20
applications that we can actually apply here as well. And I know many of you care about Otter Creek. Otter Creek is just a small town. Otter Creek used to be the hub of Levy County. There used to be over 1,000 people here. This was the place. This was the hustle and the bustle, and the train would come through, and the auction, and the cedar mill, and you name it. This
Rachy
was
Rage,
a place
thank you.
of great joy and families and expansion, all the right expansion, family businesses. And now it's a place with less than 100 people, and where you very rarely, if ever, see children. And those children seek to flee this area instead of set down and hold their roots here. And many of you have never even heard of Otter Creek before until we moved here, and our intentions were never to put Otter Creek on anybody's radar.
Correct.
Our intentions were to come down to Florida and to live peacefully and quietly
in seclusion,
in complete and total seclusion, until we
Skulls, thank you for the $2.
Sold property with undisclosed encroachment, which is illegal, until we've been illegally dumped on, we've been illegally trespassed, we've been illegally hunted on, we've been illegally charged, we've been, the list just goes on and on. I mean, the list
Thank
goes
you,
on
Alicia.
And many of you even think, you're like, man, does this really exist? We even had somebody drive by this week.
We have multiple people drive by wondering if this place is real.
So we had 2 people drive by, and George was outside, and the schoolhouse is very accessible from the road, which is why if you guys are driving by, we have the doors locked now, because we rarely can get any work done anymore. It's too accessible. And so we do have real lives, and we have real work that we have to get done. But we had people stop by, and they were like, we just had to know, is this place real? It is.
Yep, you found
Believe it or not. It
you
is.
Found it.
Believe it or not. And many of you actually care about Otter Creek now, and you care about positive growth, and you care about the precious people here along with us.
Philip White fam, thank you for the 2.
It's Mary's math. I love it. And so you guys as a fan base, you know, Otter Creek has no comprehension of what you guys could literally do for this place.
Sure.
And you guys have done so
Lynette,
much all
thank
over
you so much. Lynette just
the world. You guys have done
started a donut fund for all the.
We appreciate that, because we just want to
for all the
start
deputies
having
who
snacks
come wasted by Otter Creek Council.
Yeah, we just want to have snacks for them now. Hey, have a seat. Let's have some snacks, and I guarantee you they'll be there Tuesday night at Town Hall as well. But we'll get to that. But the positive impact that you guys can have and have already had. I mean, just look at Egypt. You guys raised almost 7,000 backpacks for Egyptian orphans and over 150,000 in other physical items of school supplies for the children in Egypt. Here at home, you've sent hundreds, if not thousands, of kids to Camp Patmos. You guys are donating and helping the Ark build their new building. And the list goes on and on with all that you guys have done.
Lim Walkers, thank you for the $5. He wants to put his drone to use on a certain somebody.
Well, we have to make sure everything is legal. Yeah. Everything is legal. Remember, airspace over private property, you cannot fly drones on. So
thank you, Ann McTaggart, for the 2.
Unless you have permission. So the fan base has done absolutely incredible things. You guys have rallied around the Restorage, the Love Project.
Yes.
We've been able to reunite people with their family members and their precious heirlooms all over the United States, which has been absolutely incredible.
Not only that, we've encouraged so many of you to be able to pay it forward, and you've come back and you've shared that with us, and we love hearing it.
It's been incredible. It really is incredible. And I've always said to you guys,
Davina, welcome.
I've always said that you have to be extremely careful who you support and what you support. And you've even seen
Debbie
in
Vaughn,
our process where we have worked with different channels, and then you see we have complete and total separation from them because they don't align with what we feel is right,
correct,
or legal.
John Treadway, thank you so much for the 20.
We don't always outline all of those things for you, but even tonight we got an email about somebody who claimed they lost they have given over $17,000 of their own funds to another channel that we told you a year ago, separate all ties, and we have separated all ties because we have way more information than
thank you, Marge, for the $5.
And it was no longer to where we were comfortable whatsoever to be teaming up with them. And so and my reply was when they said, help me, what do I do? I went, we told you a year ago to not do this. You need to be wise who you support, what you support, and you need to get a lawyer, period, and go after that channel because gators are out, giraffes are in. All right. So that being said,
Sean Goodman's in the house. He said gators are out.
Hey, Sean Goodman, we've had fun past couple of weeks with Sean for sure. He even signed my guest book in the bathroom. I was reading it today. I was like, oh, some reading material.
He was number 2, hoping to be number 1.
I'm pretty sure he went number 2. Okay.
When we weren't looking.
But you have to be careful with who you support and what you support. And it all comes down to stewardship. And I truly have a stewardship
thank you, Mickey,
responsibility with you guys. And I've shared this in the past. I have a responsibility of stewardship with you to be able to guide you and direct you the right way. And money doesn't guide us and direct us. So George and I can clearly share with you that there are companies that have come to us. I'm going to be very bold with them right now. Okay. Macari came to us once. They said, we'll give you $10,000 if you do a video.
Thank you, Nettie, for the 5.
And we went,
amen.
We don't use the platform. Why would we promote it to our fan base?
Right.
That's $10,000. That's just right around where the average Otter Creek individual makes a year. And we said, no. We had
Whatnot. Thank you so much.
Whatnot came at us and said, hey, $18,000 if you do a video for us. And we said, no.
Nah.
Did you see all these resellers? They're moving over to Whatnot. They're being paid to do it. $18,000.
Curtis, thank you for the $2.
We went, no. It's not about money, guys.
Right.
It's not about money. And so stewardship comes to a point of responsibility. And I know there are those who you love Otter Creek, you love what's happening. Some of you can't believe it even exists.
Garcia Aquatics, thank you for the 5.
You want to see positive change, and you want to see positive things happen with Otter Creek. And so in that responsibility, there was a few weeks ago where I said, hey, if you want to get more involved with Otter Creek, there's some Otter Creek politics pages. I want to be very, very clear, okay? There are 2 pages floating around right now that I strongly, strongly encourage you, remove yourselves from them, okay? And I state this in regards to this. Number 1, stewardship, okay? Stewardship of what you support and who you support, okay? And there's something political drama. I mean, you're always going to have political drama. You're going to have drama around policies and politics and things along that. And healthy discussion is always, always important. But interpersonal drama that's created and self-portrayed victimization that's constantly created is not okay. ever. And some of you are psychologists, and some of you know what those ailments are for individuals. And I'm just telling you, get away from that drama. If you're in Otter Creek's politics, just get out of the games that they're playing. Get out of that. I mean, some of you have already been booted anyway, but get out of that. There's other Otter Creek. Get out of that. I'm just going to share with you in an aspect of stewardship, complete and total stewardship. There's one page. If you truly, and listen on me here, okay? If you truly are concerned about Otter Creek, this is the page to be on, okay? The spotlight of Otter Creek. You see there's 53 members already. If you're like, you know what, I am invested in Otter Creek. I want to know when the right time is to support Otter Creek, to do things. I mean, like, we would love to be able to create a park out here so that kids come back to Otter Creek and the kids have something to do. And we know you guys would rally around that, and there'd be a park up in no time. You know, you've heard us talking about a helipad for the medevac. There will be a time and a place for that, to support the right things at the right time. But under the current administration, now is not that time. But you can be a part of that actual page. If you truly care about Otter Creek and you want to follow what's happening in Otter Creek, then that's the place to go. If you want to stick around for the show on the other pages because you're like, oh my goodness, I cannot believe what's being said.
More of like an entertainment factor.
I mean, that's the entertainment. That's free entertainment for you over there. But if you really actually care and you really want to be involved in something and something growing and thriving and want to know at the right time, then you guys can jump over on the spotlight of Otter Creek. Okay.
Thank you, Dan Klein, for the 10.
That is very much so a stewardship issue. And again, I'm going to encourage you guys very, very much so. Be careful who you support, what you support, and do with your money.
Thank you, John Baker.
The example that we received today in an email, I'm out $17,000. I gave this YouTuber $17,000. I have no money. I'm not responsible for that. You're responsible for that. But I am responsible to tell you, listen, I would never invest my money there, or I would never give my money there. And therefore, use your judgment wisely. Okay, please use your judgment wisely. All right. So that being said, it has been a Hales of a week in Otter Creek.
Very, very much so.
Yeah, very, very much so.
So crazy.
How many sheriff have we met this week?
Oh my goodness. Let me go back and count.
You know, last Sunday, we actually, during the live stream, we had the sheriff out flashing lights at us during the live stream,
so that occurred last Sunday.
Which if you heard him in the video, is like, listen, I know you bought this place. I ain't messing around. Listen, the Levy County Sheriff all know we bought this place. Yeah. The Levy County Sheriff know we're full-time YouTubers, and it's not a joke, and we're not small, and we have a massive community with the huge hearts, and they are very, very protective of us. And we want to be protective of our county sheriff as well. And so when he goes, hey, listen, I ain't trying to mess with you. He knows what's happened. He's like, are you sure we're okay here? He knows, they know. And so listen, they get just as frustrated with
Kim Boyko,
with the ridiculousness of Otter Creek as other people. If you go to any supporting or surrounding town, you go to Cedar Key, you go to Bronson, you go to Chiefland, you go to Goff Hammock, and you go Otter Creek, the very first thing that happens is they look at you like, oh man.
Teresa, thank you for the $2.
And not only that, if you talk to family members of some of the family in Otter Creek, they will sit there and, I mean, that's one of the things.
Story.
Otter Creek. How do you even start? How do you go with Otter Creek? Let's just get to election day. Let's just get to election day.
So election day, where is something that's never happened in this town, the format and the counting.
So the format and the counting, that has never happened before.
And the deputy.
There had never been that many individuals in the recent few years of history actually come out and vote. And that's going to be very important for you to remember, because we're going to get to something later this week and here even tonight. Okay. So election week. First things we shared, not only election week, but election day. We shared in a video of us on election day. Mm-hmm. So we had a ton of fun that day, and it was our very first stakeout ever. And
unless you count
pigeon looking chicken, you know, when we found her egg, and everybody wants to know, did she hatch her egg yet? No, she abandoned it. She snapped out of brooding, but that was our very first stakeout ever.
John Gibson, thank you. So we thought we were going to be grandparents,
but we still are with Christian and Patience. I actually said, how's my YouTube grandbaby, baby George? And and Patience replied, all right, we're at 11 weeks and a few days today. So almost 3 months, 1/3 of the way there.
Well, what I meant was we're not grandparents to baby chicks. Because we are grandparents to baby tractors. Well, remember when Hairy Banana had
baby George is a female, then we're going to be grandparents to a baby chick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll be all right. So election day, we had a ton of fun. We had our first stakeout ever. And I want to be clear with our fan base.
Thank you, Don Gibson. Okay?
I want to be extremely clear with our fan base. Anything we do, we have a legal team. All right. We are not in a position where we just go out and do things. So whatever we do goes and flows through our legal team first. We do everything to the utmost that we can within our legal rights and our legal realms. And I want to be clear that we did absolutely nothing illegal. We did absolutely nothing inappropriate, and we did nothing wrong, unless you're going, well, I don't like them. They did that wrong. Well, okay. Well, all we did is what the mayor does all day. Literally.
Where did we get the idea from?
We got the idea because that's what he does all day. He creeps and he follows and he stalks. I don't like it that our mayor in the town is stalking my woman or anybody else, or going around places where there are kids, and constantly again and again. And you see it in our videos. Every time we're somewhere, he creeps around spying, and he creeps around spying. We've highlighted it in the past couple weeks. This is our life here, and the people shouldn't be constantly spied on. Where did we get the idea? We did what our mayor did.
And the day of meet the candidates would have been a perfect opportunity for him to introduce himself, but instead what he did was drive around 3 times.
You counted 3 times. That was it?
3 times, you guys.
That was it. Okay, well, so I do want to let you know that we have a full legal team. Before we do anything on YouTube, everything
Jay Lunsford, thank you for the 2.
And goes through our full legal team. And sometimes they say that's
the mayor's in the chat right now.
Oh yeah.
He says, I'm not a creep.
He's a freak then. So he's not a freak.
Not a freak.
So sometimes our legal team will say, you're getting borderline. And sometimes they go, yeah, go ahead. And this was go ahead. It's no big deal. We literally went around the block 2 times. And we had lunch and we parked your car.
Yes.
And that was a ton of fun. So
and parking my car there prevented a lot of speeders.
Man, boy, you actually did more to help the town by parking your car there in our driveway than anything else that day in the town.
Because now that we're here at the schoolhouse, you can hear trucks, motorcycles, everything possible just zooming down the road. And so with us sitting in my vehicle looking like an unmarked vehicle, so many vehicles were slowing down. And so I thought that was helpful for the town because so many people complained. A lot of residents complain about the speeders and what they can do to prevent people from speeding.
I complain about the meth more than the speed, but that's me. What can I say? I mean, that's a huge issue. So that being said, whenever we share something within our videos, we never go off of hearsay. We never go off of gossip. And I got to tell you, this little town of 100 people, and it's not even 100 people here in Otter Creek, they have more gossip than a town of 1 million people. And honestly, I think it's because they have nothing to live
Phillips,
for.
Thank you for the 2.
There's nothing going on in their lives. They don't have something they're passionate about. They don't have a project. So what do? They gossip, they backbite, they talk behind each other's back. And I have no respect for people that do that. And I think that's one of the problems that people in Otter Creek have with me. They're like, holy cow, this guy comes in and he just tells it like it is. Yeah, that's what honest people with integrity actually do. They tell it like it is. And when it's thrown back at you, guess what? Oh, now they're offended. Okay, well, I'm offended too. I'm offended. That's why I threw it back at you. Well, I'm offended now that you threw it back at me. Okay, well, all right, great. Be offended. Your offense, George, how many people do you think we offend every single day with a video?
Multiple times. Even when we do something good, someone's offended.
So 100,000 people a day. Hey, what's one more person? If we offend 100,000 people a day,
Mama Nature,
what's one more
thank
person?
You so much for the super sticker.
Listen, I don't care about offending people. I care about how God views me and doing right in the sight of God. That's what I care about.
Kim Boyko, thank you for
I
the
care about accountability in a community where there is none. We're in a community that I wanted to move into, and I wanted to just be left alone, and I just wanted to be back in the woods. And yet I have to pick up a camera every single day for accountability. Every single interaction with these people, I have to pick up for accountability. Look at how many times Mary lied to me. Look at how many times Richard's telling me he's going to just rip my meter out. Come on. I mean, these people incriminate themselves so much, it's ridiculous. I never intended to be in a place where I needed to have a camera on every person in the town just for the sake of accountability. That being said,
to protect yourself as well.
It's self-protection. It's self-protection. And that being said, bulk of the people here are very, very precious and very, very good.
Debbie Vaughn sent $2. She said, please offend me fund.
Yes, I'm sure we'll get there someday. Now, when we talk about gossip, we don't share things on our videos based on gossip. We share things based on firsthand accounts, people who have told us things. And there are people here in Otter Creek that have told us things that would twist your toes.
Hale, thank you for the 10.
And would bake your beans and burn your bacon if you knew the things that we've been told, firsthand accounts from people. And we have continued to work with them to say, will you share this on camera? Will you share this on camera? Will you share this on camera? And we're working with them to that point. The other thing is the funny thing is when everybody gossips about each other, we become the hub of the information. So everybody comes, okay, Jeremy, you need to know this. Jeremy, you need to know this. My goodness, our files right now are so ridiculously large on, you need to know this about Russ the Sus. You need to know this about Mary. You need to know this about Richard. You need to know this about the commissioners. You need to know this about, people just keep coming and going here. We share what we feel comfortable sharing at the time that we share, and we hold other things if there is a need in the future as far as what we need to do in the future. And so I want to be clear on that. But things that have happened in the past, listen, there are people who have done things in the past and they've paid their time for that. They've done what they needed to do for that. And the past is gone. Or there's allegations that can come about that are unfounded especially in our culture, unfounded allegations in our culture. And then somebody's tagged with, well, she said that about him, or he said that about her. And it's not true. It was just out of hate and it was out of revenge. We're not about that. And if something happened in the past with somebody, hey, great. It's happened in the past. If it's dealt with, they did what they had to do to correct it, and it's done. What we're concerned about is the present, and that's what we're showing.
Thank you, Carol, for the $5 super sticker.
We're showing Otter Creek in the present, under current leadership, under current activities, we are showing the present. It's not based in gossip. It's not based in hearsay. It's based in firsthand accounts. It's based on, you're seeing it. He's creeping around the town. Not okay. Not okay, in my opinion. And again, it is my opinion. You can have your own opinion. So what did we do? We did exactly what the mayor did.
What he does to everyone else in the town.
Except, I could go some places, what he does to people in the town, but I'm not going to go there. All right. So that being said, election night, when we have the unofficial count for the 4 council seats in Otter Creek, Russ the Sus isn't there. And that's not normal. And the townspeople will attest that he's there at every single one. And I don't believe, some people say, well, he was there. He wasn't there because he already knew he had it in the bag. Listen, Russ got in by the skin of his teeth. The skin of his teeth. And don't worry, we're going back to that. And you're going to see even more of that this week. The skin of his teeth. I don't think he was there because
Laura,
he never thought he had a chance in Hale's getting voted in. So we will get back to that. Next day, after the unofficial election results, which, by the way, you had Zim Pageant, you had Gail Lamb, you had Therese Granger, and you had Russ the Sus all voted in. You had Zim and Therese and Russ the Sus all in at a tie at 34. Three-way tie at 34, and Gail Lamb at 44. And that's going to be important for you to know as well tonight and in the coming weeks. Paying my water bill. So right now you're going, who's mayor? We're going to get to that. Paying my water bill. Very next day we go to pay my water bill because I couldn't pay my water bill that day because the office was closed for the election.
Due to election, correct.
Now I want to share something with our What the Hale's family. Many have said, hey, I want to pay your fees on your water bill. Do not pay the fees on my water bill. Number one, it's a stewardship principle. I already talked to you about that. You should not give your funds to things that don't deserve your funds or your support. Okay. Number two, when you do these things, you're actually acting against my plan and my legal action for the town and the representatives of the town. Okay. So many have reached out, and one even said, hey, I already sent the money in, and Mary was lying to you because I already sent the money in. She has the check. Do not send money to the town of Otter Creek for my bills. You are actually hurting our legal proceedings doing such a thing. Now, I understand your heart and your intent. And if you want to do something for Otter Creek, give it to the Ark. Send the donation to us made out to the Ark, and we'll give it to the Ark. But let us care for things with the town the way we care for things with the town and the plan that we have. All right. Okay. Now let's talk about that a little bit with being in there, paying my bill with Mary Mathescary. And now we have Richard. Should we just call him Dick?
Sure.
All right. So we got Mary Mathescary and Dick in there. Okay. So, the first question I have is, since when is asking an employee to do their actual job harassment? I was unaware of this.
I was completely unaware of it as well.
I was unaware of this. Now, here's the funny thing. If you actually join the Facebook group, the Spotlight of Otter Creek, you're going to see some of the past town hall meetings, and these people just yell and scream at each other. It's complete and total geriatric daycare is what it is. And they never, ever resolve anything. It is the most dysfunctional, most childish thing I think we've ever seen.
Jill Kane, thank you for the
from adults. And you're just sitting there going, who in here needs their diaper changed? Who in here needs a bottle and a nap? And so you want to really see what Mary is somehow calling abuse with me asking her to do her actual job, where I never swore at her. I never used foul language. I never yelled at her. I asked her to do her job and tried to use common sense to help her get to that point to do her job. Now, if you want to see what she's calling abuse, you want to see real abuse, watch those old meetings on the Spotlight of Levy County. You'll see them downright.
Marie Parker, thank you for the $1.
I would think in our culture today that would probably qualify as verbal abuse, what they do in these actual meetings. Like, Georgia doesn't even like to go. She's like, this is the most useless thing in the world. Nothing gets accomplished. This is...
Well, the very first meeting we attended, there was a ton of verbal altercations with the mayor and the people of the town.
And that meeting is being records requested, and that meeting will be shared in the future, and that meeting will be part of evidence as well. But that being said, we're going to continue to move on here. The funny thing is I think Floridians will sit there and say, don't bring your snowflake policies over here into Florida. We don't want you, da-da-da-da-da. Like, Floridians are extremely proud that they're not snowflakes,
Allison,
right?
Welcome.
And yet here we are being told, you're harassing me. You're harassed. A snowflake mentality. No, I'm not. I didn't harass you. If asking you to do your job is harassment, my goodness, the whole world would be unemployed. I mean, come on. Seriously, do your job. Just do your job. And why is Richard,
Jerry's, thank you so much for the super
and
sticker,
Norma a part of my billing process? 2 times HIPAA laws were broken by Mary. 2 times. Now, if I decide to release that information in a video, that's on me and my responsibility. I decided to release it. I did not decide to release it to Richard. I did not decide to release it to Norma, nor did I decide to release it to the sheriff that showed up. 2 times HIPAA law violations. My personal information in front of Richard and in front of Norma. Like, this woman just incriminates herself and 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 incriminates herself. Over and over and over again. And the funny part is, every single person that we deal with here in Otter Creek continues to do it.
Mayor Russ the Sus Down Road Greedy just sent $5. Did you see what he wrote?
Yeah, oxygen. I'm gonna be charged oxygen now. Not only that, she continues to break the sunshine law. Every time I ask her for a record, every time I ask her for my bill, every time, no. Every time she says no, she is a public official in a public government office, and she is breaking the law again and again and again. And I promise you, I will be working towards
thank you for the 5.
Keeping her completely and totally accountable to that and the consequences that come with it. When I came here to Otter Creek, I still have a 3-minute recording with Mary after the first time I went in there, and she pulled out this number out of her backside and went, "You owe us $50." And then she changed, "Well, no, you owe us $22.50." I had a 3-minute conversation with her. I still have the video. 3-minute conversation. "Mary, just do the right thing." She said, "I don't ever want to be videoed." I went, "You're a public official. Do the right thing. If you don't do things that I have to keep accountability for, I'll never have an opportunity to video." I was like, "I'm not going to video if I don't need to keep accountability." And Mary's like, "Well, I'll always do the right thing." I even tell Mary, "Your office looks like you have antiquated computers. You guys need computers? I'll pay for the computers for the town." I have a 3-minute video. You guys will probably be seeing it here in the future. And she says, "Oh, well, I'm going to do the right thing." Remember when Michael and I were sparring back and forth when we first got here?
Mm-hmm.
And then Michael said, "Hey, will you turn the camera off and get to know me?"
Mm-hmm.
And Michael and I made a deal. I said, "Michael, if you keep your head in the good, in the clear, and don't do anything foolish, I'll never have anything to video." And have you ever seen Michael again in a video? And the answer is no, because Michael kept his word and I kept my word. And yet here we have Mary continuing to break the word and a town continuing to break the law, which a judge will determine. A judge will determine. And some of you are thinking, well, why isn't this yet? Why isn't Jeremy's lawyer involved? Listen, the plan is the plan, and you're not a part of the plan. So don't go, "Oh man, what's going on with this? What's going on with this?" We're not going to share our entire plan with you because they're watching as well. They're talking and they're probably texting each other right now. "Oh, this is what Jeremy just said. This is what Jeremy just said." I will hold everybody accountable to the extent of the law that I can. And remember, when they call the sheriff can only intervene, or your police can only intervene in domestic issues, domestic violations. Everything they're doing is civil. It will be dealt with in a civil court of action, not by the council of Otter Creek, not by the family members that run the county. It will be dealt with in a civil court of law. And everybody's going, "Well, I hope you get a judge that isn't in Otter Creek." Listen, guys, there's less than 100 people in Otter Creek. There's no judge that ever came from Otter Creek. Have you not seen the lack of intelligence of some of these individuals? There isn't anybody you're going to pick from Otter Creek and go, "Let's put them up on a judge stand." I wish there would be, but these people don't want to clean up their act enough to actually get to that point.
Debbie Vaughn just sent $2, $2 bribe to let her in on the plan.
Debbie Vaughn, I would probably, we should probably
King,
let her
thank
in
you for the $5.
All right, listen, the position for Mary, the town clerk, it is a part-time position for less than 100 people. Guys, that's what kids here. There's less than 100 people
Adam
that
Perticus,
live here.
Thank you for
this
the
is
5.
Beyond a part-time position. Okay. Now, George, I want your takes. You're sitting there for over a half an hour holding the camera. And I told you before we went, I went, "George, your job is to not say anything. You do not interact. All you do is film." What is your take on all of this? When you were there paying the bill, Richard, Norma, the sheriff?
For me, it was extremely challenging to keep my thoughts in my head, because so many times I wanted to speak up and say something, but I couldn't because Jeremy just wanted me there to record. And so it was a challenge for me. And was it stressful? No. Christian probably would have been like, "Oh my God, I was so stressed," because you could feel the tension in the room for sure. But I think when Dick came, it became awkward because it's like, well, what are you doing? Like, this is town hall business between the clerk and the person that's here to pay your bill, not the maintenance. You're just maintenance. Stick with maintenance.
Rebecca RN, you don't understand it because I edited it out. Keep going.
Stick with what you know, maintenance of the town. Like, you have nothing to do with the billing process. So that probably made it
So
the most
why
awkward.
is a part-time maintenance man coming in to deal with the
Billing.
part-time clerk's job,
Right.
who works for the town of Otter Creek? Remember, she doesn't report to the mayor. She is legally the records keeper for the town of Otter Creek. We, the people of Otter Creek, which I'm technically not a legal resident. And by the way, there's quite a few who voted who aren't either, but we're going to get to that in a moment. We, the people, are who employ her, and she works for the town of Otter Creek. She's a public servant, town of Otter Creek. So awkward. You wanted to bite your tongue.
Yes. I kept looking up at the clock. When we got there, I was like, is there a clock? I don't know if you can hear me. You probably not. And
They heard you.
You pointed to
I left that part in. Is there a clock?
There's a part where I pan over to the clock to see what time it was. And then lo and behold, that $1.4 million check was right there too. So then again, I had to just keep my mouth shut. Like I wanted to point out like certain things in the office and then just went back to you.
And
Lori, thank you for the $5.
To date, there's not a single person in Otter Creek who has ever come up to us and said, oh man, I have no problem with Mary with my water bill. The same thing gets told to us over and over again. Mary screwed up my water bill. I had to go in with Mary. Mary screwed up the water bill. Mary screwed up the water bill. That's the number one thing in that office is the water bill.
Thank you for the 2.
Nobody here has ever told us Mary didn't screw up my water bill. Nobody trusts here that I know of or has ever communicated with me. There's not a single person here that actually trusts Mary with their water bill that I know of personally that have communicated with me. Okay. So now the question is, who's the mayor? So everybody wants to know who's the mayor. So Here's what happens. There are 5 council seat members in the town of Otter Creek. Now, think about that. That's less than 100 people. You have 5% of the people who are going to represent the town as a whole. Guys, you got to realize when you look at these 5 people and you go back and you look at these meetings and you're on the spotlight of Otter Creek, the voting pool is very, very shallow. Like you're getting the best of what Otter Creek has to offer. And you would think Otter Creek actually wants to bring in more talent, wants to bring in more skill, wants to bring in more brains, wants to bring in more funds for the town, wants to bring in, but no, they're like, nope. So you're getting the 5% that are willing to do it. Like you're not getting the 5% best. You're getting the 5% that are willing to actually try and do it. And most have no education whatsoever on the law. I'm not saying they're not educated. I'm not saying they didn't go to college and they didn't graduate school. I'm not saying that. But being educated and actually having common sense are 2 different things. Or educating yourself and teaching yourself as you learn. Like if I was on council, I'd be learning everything there is about the Constitution and bylaws of the town of Otter Creek. I would want to know everything there absolutely is. I would want to make sure that I was bonded and insured. So that I broke the law and I was gonna be sued by a member of the town, that I would be covered. But are they? Nope. I promise you that. Nope. So all that being said, you guys want to know who is the mayor. All right. So Don stayed on. Okay. So Don, there's 5 council members. Don stayed on. There were 4 council members that came up for voting. So what happens? Gail Lamb got 44. So Gail ran on a platform really with Zim and Therese and another individual, Michelle. Okay. And so she got 34 votes really from that side. And then you had Russ in there at 34 and Gail got 44 and she got 10 from the other side. So really, if any of those individuals that voted for, that one side and they flip sides, you're going to have an entire town that never trusts those individuals ever again. And rightfully so. That's a huge integrity issue. I ran saying I would do this and I was going to change things and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And then all of a sudden you flip flop. This town will never trust people like that again, ever. And so we know because they continue to come here to the schoolhouse. The schoolhouse has really become the hub and the communication and kind of the hangout. And they're all coming here and talking to us. And so they're sharing with us personal stories, and I share with them, go back to the source, go back to the source, go back to the source. I can't do anything. Go back to the source, go back to the person. You need to talk to the person. You need to talk to the person. I don't like gossip. Don't. The Bible actually equates gossip with witchcraft. And yet this town loves it.
James, thank you for the 5.
So I like facts, and I like to speak the truth, and I like to be forthright with people.
Mm-hmm.
So what's going to happen,
Jen, thank you for the 5,
is those 5 individuals, Don, Gail, Teresa, Zim, and Russ the Sus, will be part of the new council. Those new council members will actually vote between themselves who's going to be the mayor. Now, you already know Russ the Sus is trying to work his way back into mayorship. And you already know there are other people on there that want change and positive change for this town, and they don't want that to happen. Those people were out in masses and actually voting. Okay. So town hall is Tuesday night, which I promise you, town hall meeting Tuesday night.
Tuesday.
We will film, and I promise you there will probably be sheriff there, and I promise you it's going to be a heck of a meeting.
There were three deputies there last time. How many do you think will be there this upcoming Tuesday?
6.
You think 6?
Yeah, 6. Because what the Hales just keeps growing. So they're going to be like, well, we better get more. He's growing. Or they're going to hear we have donuts for him, one or the other.
Or they don't show at all because
they are getting to that point. They are getting to that point where they're like, this is ridiculous.
Calling wolf, right?
So the question is, what can you guys do? So you love Otter Creek. You love what the Hales, and you want to see positive things happen in Otter Creek, and what can you do? So I want to tackle this with you. I want to tackle, right things to do and wrong things to do. Number 1, I have never once advocated harassing Mary or the town office or the town employees. Okay. And you go, Jeremy, well, you followed Russ. Well, I followed Russ. Russ follows us. Did the exact same thing Russ did. I gave him a taste of his own medicine, and it was legal. All right. Let me share this with you as well. You have every right. You have every right to know what your public officials are doing for the people they are supposed to serve. Okay. Now, that being said,
thank you for the 2.
Do not call Mary and say vile things. Now, do I believe that's happened? Honestly, no. So you saw in the video, Mary goes, oh, I've received some of the most vile comments and phone calls. I don't believe that's happened because Mary lied to me about this and this and this and this. So I don't trust Mary at all. Do I think it happened? Not at all. But I'm telling you, yet again, I'm emphasizing, do not call Mary with vile comments. What you can do, and so many of you are currently doing, you can contact the governor. You can contact the governor of Florida and ask him to investigate. You could contact other agencies in Florida, ask them to investigate. You can contact all the appropriate authorities in Florida and have them investigate. Okay.
Retired Life, thank you for the $2.
That's appropriate. That's appropriate. All right. You can also contact all First Amendment, Fourth Amendment auditors that you know and know of, and they have every right to come and audit Otter Creek. So you go, well, what can I do? Do not contact Town Hall. Contact every First Amendment and Fourth Amendment auditor that you know. They have every legal right to be here in Otter Creek and to audit. And so that's more than appropriate. That's why our laws protect us against our elected officials. Okay. And the other thing you can do is let us do what we have planned and in the works already. Okay. So again, I want to emphasize, do not pay our water bills. Do not pay our late fees. Do not send money to the town of Otter Creek on behalf of us. If you're a person and you go, I hate what the Hales, I want to send Otter Creek all the money in the world. Have fun. We're going to have a great battle. That's your money. Do whatever you want with it. I'll promise you, I'll do everything I can to spend every last dime of it with Otter Creek and legal fees.
Welcome, rock and roll.
And if you're a person that goes, well, I love what the Hales, do not pay our water bills or our late fees. Do not contact and harass Mary. You can contact the governor. You can contact other appropriate agencies. You can contact First and Fourth Amendment right auditors. You can do legal records request. You have every right to request legal records from any government or agency. So those things are appropriate. That's okay. Let us handle everything else. Now, again, that being said, we will be filming Tuesday night. And Wednesday night, there's going to be a video exposing some of the biggest election fraud you've ever seen in your life. And I can guarantee you that because we already have the evidence and we're already in the process of videoing and editing the election fraud that happened here in Otter Creek. You do not want to miss this video. And here's my question. Why isn't the local news picking up on it? Why is it Why is it that Jeremy and George and others are investigating, and we have a legal team investigating, and the true people who should be investigating aren't? Well, once it's revealed Wednesday night, you be the judge. And so we are going to share. I'm being very clear and blunt and forthright with you. We are going to share absolute blatant fraud in this vote in this election here in Otter Creek. And it will blow your mind. All right. That's really all I want to say about Otter Creek. I know we have a huge sale coming up because we love where we live. We're not leaving. We're not leaving.
We don't plan to go anywhere.
Ever. Mm-hmm. So this property is actually deeded to, in my will, is deeded to another organization.
Thank you, Lori, for the $2.
So that being said, we're not going anywhere. We have no intention of ever selling. And one of the things we do have an intention of is selling.
Thank you, Matt Bond, for
at a $1 garage sale to help the people of Otter Creek and Levy County. So you want to talk a little bit about that, George? Because I just talked a lot.
If
about
you
Otter
haven't
Creek.
seen the video that we released, was it yesterday or 2 days ago?
Yesterday.
We gave a date of when the official dollar sale is going to happen here at the old schoolhouse.
April 22nd. That is a Saturday.
Calendars.
So it's garage sale.
Mm-hmm. Doors will open at 10 a.m. and then we'll probably end the sale between 5 or 6, unless you guys all come in and swoop everything and everything's
if they're
gone in
still
4
there,
hours.
If they're still there at 6, we might just keep hanging out. Who knows?
Or it might be like another microwave ordeal where they all just disappear in less than 30
when we gave 127 free microwaves away in Cleveland. And Jackson, I told our team, I was like, all right, team, here's what's going to happen. I have no idea. This may be all day. We may really be begging people to take them.
We guess
20 minutes. Gone.
We guess maybe between 4 to 6 hours we'd be able to give away all the microwaves. It was gone within less than half hour.
Yeah, it was crazy. Insane. So yeah, if everything is gone, some people have asked, hey, can I send a donation for the lark if I can't make it? Yes, you can send a donation for the lark if you can't make it to the actual sale.
Yes, you can come help set up for the
please. Oh, limb walkers, here's what I was going to ask you.
Thank you
because you know, we are talking about trimming up the iconic oak tree, and because we'll have so many people visiting for the sale, can you guys come up and clean up the iconic oak tree so that when people come out, they can take pictures of the oak tree here at the schoolhouse and all of that? So if you guys don't mind coming up and really kind of trimming and cleaning up the oak tree so it's like perfect when people come and visit, that would be amazing.
Our security Marilyn will be there at the dollar sale, so feel free to take selfies with her.
And
the finger will not be here though.
No, the finger won't be here, but you will have the opportunity to get a 2-inch pipe.
Yes.
So 2-inch pipes will be on sale for $2. So come hungry. So you're going, what? Come hungry. You'll be able to get a 2-inch pipe.
Thank you, Adventure Mike, for
$2.
Only $2.
Everything in the sale is $1, but you can get a 2-inch pipe for $2. We couldn't say $1 on that. It's got to be a $2.
It is edible. It is edible.
It is edible. Yes. It's an edible 2-inch pipe for $2. So be ready with your dollars.
Thank you for the $2.
April 22nd, 10 a.m. We're George is like, when are we going to close? I'm like, I don't know, 5 or 6 when people are done.
So we're going to aim for 5 or 6 again, unless everything is just sold out within hours, within minutes or hours.
Then we're all just going to eat 2-inch pipes.
Make sure that you bring all singles if you plan to travel here to spend your money. Go to the bank first and get singles. No bills greater than 20, please, because we don't carry. We really don't carry cash.
Well,
Thank you, Mary.
We do carry firearms. Remember, if you care about Otter Creek, and there will be a time where I ask I say we're doing a fundraiser.
The group is private, but you have to request to join. Then you could see it.
There will be a time when the leadership is correct, the council is correct, and they're doing the correct things, that I'll say, hey, let's do something great for Otter Creek. Let's build a playground for the kids. We don't want kids leaving here. We want them to do something productive. Let's do this. Somebody have already reached out and said, I'll help you pay for the helipad. Just wait.
Yes.
Wait until the time is right.
Yeah.
We will let you know. I know so many of you are like, we want to help. What the Hales? We want to, this is an incredible community that reaches out and does incredible things for people. And so we will let you know at that time. And hopefully Otter Creek starts to realize that and go, oh, remember, because we're outsiders. They don't want us outsiders. Remember, we're the largest property owners, which is false. So ridiculously false.
Yes.
So ridiculously false here in Otter Creek. There's a property owner with almost 600 acres. There's another one with 300. There's another, and it can go on and on and on. So we're nowhere near.
Thank you.
We're nowhere near. So remember, they don't want our control. I just don't understand it, but they're willing to be under the control of somebody else who won't allow any positive thing happen. You still have water you can't drink 30 years later. There's a problem there. So that being said, as we're treated as the outsiders, we're not part of the club. We'll have our own club with all of you guys. And we'll have a ton of fun April 22nd. And we'll still keep doing good for other people regardless. And there are a lot of good people here in Otter Creek, and we want to help them.
You think limb walkers will want to move to Otter Creek?
I'm hoping. There's a whole bunch of tracts of land for sale right now. So.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah. I think what's happening is people are starting to get the idea of like, oh, what the Hales is here. Other people will pay me more money for my property. I should put it up for sale and they'll give me more because they're fine. People out of Creek are finally getting it. They can make money off of us being here.
But I don't think they think that way.
No. Well, some of them, you can't. Here's the way some people think. You need to help me. 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 That's not community. Community is symbiotic. You both help each other. You don't go, you need to help me. Oh, you didn't help me. Therefore, I'm the victim because you didn't help me. What did you do to help anybody? That's just downright selfishness and mental illness. Okay. That is not okay. And I will not tolerate it in my life. I won't tolerate it in your life. I mean, if you want it, you can go run with it. But symbiotic relationships, we come together and we help each other. Travis and I were even talking. Travis was out here at the schoolhouse, and then I went out to his place. And he's like, hey, can you and Brian come out and help move the stairs? I was like, yeah, absolutely. We out there first thing in the morning. And he comes out there and he's like, look at this proof that Jeremy actually helps me. He's like, people think that you don't help me. And I'm sitting there going, what? Now, people don't understand a couple things. Number one, when Travis helps me, he's actually making money. He makes money off of helping me. But you don't know all of that because you're not a part of the behind the scenes process. When I help Travis, it costs me money. And I don't care. It has nothing to do with the money for me. And I would. But
he doesn't really.
I don't think
on his project.
I don't think it has anything to do with the money with Travis either. We text back and forth like that's what friends are for.
Yeah.
And so Travis is one of the good guys.
Sure.
It's a symbiotic relationship. And
he
so
has fun coming out here and hanging out.
Oh my goodness,
Otter Creek. I mean, why wouldn't he want to come?
We have a ton of fun. We really do. We do have a ton of fun. We had fun with Brian this week and Travis and Sean Goodman, and we just have a lot of fun. And I was telling the guys, I'm like, I just see this as the hangout hub for so many people, and it already is. It's already become that. It has become that. But
which reminds me, if you do plan on coming to the dollar sale, I don't believe we're offering tours of the school, correct?
No, we will be not offering tours.
Okay.
And somebody just said they found an article. Yeah, why don't you ask that reporter to do a report on what I'm about to blow out of the water on Wednesday on the voter fraud? But here's the deal. That reporter won't. Because number one, he has no readership whatsoever. It's Levy County. Most can't read. Number two, it's swayed. It's completely and totally swayed to one side. They're not reporting. They're only reporting one side. And when you hear, hey, the media is bent towards a direction, 100%. But if they won't do it, we will. Okay, should we get to mail?
We are running out of time, and I would like to get to mail before we go into the auction.
We're going to get to mail?
Yes.
Okay. Well, some of those things had to be said, Was I preaching tonight?
Dang, Debbie Vaughn says, dang, I wanted the tour of the rafters. You can't tour the rafters either. You
Debbie
can look
Vaughn.
up.
Debbie Vaughn with limb walkers out
You can
here.
look.
With limb walkers out here, we'll get you up in them rafters.
Harriet Williams, thank you for the 5. We've got mail. Let's open her up.
All right, you ready?
Open her up. Shadowrunner, thank you so much for the 5.
I'm just going to start handing stuff over to you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, the first box is from Andrew and Teresa Anderson.
For real?
What's MT? Is it Montana?
MT is what my pipes are because they say I have a leak in them. So they must be MT.
No, the initials MT. What state is that?
Oh, state?
Yeah.
MT?
MT.
MT. That will be the town's bank account when I'm done with them legally. That will be the state they are in.
JK
MT.
just sent $2. Put Debbie in the Rafters fund.
Yeah,
no.
Now we're talking. All right, I'm gonna start over here.
Leanne Hansen, thank you for the $1.
Somebody.
Okay, so it is Montana.
Yes. George throws her socks. Hales. The Sandy girl.
Wait, hold on a second.
Nope, I'm on it already. The Sandy
What
girl
is that?
replaces the ooh with the ah in the bathroom. Easy to use, discreet and clean. It is something that you urinate in. Now you can use my urinal now. That was
What
for
is
you.
this? Disposable sanitary pee funnels for women on the go. Easy to use. Oh, remember when we were doing our when we were in the car and you're like, what if we need to use the bathroom?
Oh,
I think
okay,
that's what this is for.
I got it now.
Thank you, you weirdo.
Who was it? Debbie Vaughn?
Yeah, so Andrew look what Andrew sent you.
Now,
Ghostbusters,
cool.
an Ecto 1 and an Ecto 2 Hot
That
Wheels.
is beyond cool.
And then they also sent George gets the black mystery bag. Jeremy gets the purple mystery bag.
I get purple.
So this one's for you, Jeremy. Here is your birthstone to add to your treasure chest.
Okay, from Andy and Therese.
The purple. They said
check that out.
Purple and blue are for you, Jeremy.
Check that out.
So this one's purple. I know you're colorblind.
I am. It looks blue to me.
And then I get the black.
Hot Wheels, Ghostbusters. Okay. What happened now?
Look, it's Elvis. Remember when I auctioned off all of the diecast cars from the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
And one had Elvis, and I didn't even know that there was an Elvis car.
And now you got it back.
There it is.
Look, it's
got
a
it
turtle.
back. Got it back. Thank you, guys.
It's a turtle. Thank you so much. This is from.
They said we can read this on air.
Oh, well,
you want to read it?
You don't know how to read, so I might as well take that one.
Okay. I
Watch
can kind of do math.
Watch how many people are in Otter Creek are offended because I make reading jokes. But how many times do we joke about ourselves not being able to read?
All the time.
Some of these people don't understand humor or
we
sarcasm.
Mispronounce words. We misuse words.
Hi, George and Jeremy with the 2-inch pipe. Thank you. Thank you very much. I would like to wish Jeremy a belated happy birthday. I'm sorry the box was late as with my colon cancer surgery. Kind of put things on hold. I want to thank you and George for the many hours watching while I was going through recovery. Teresa and myself want to say thank
Tucker,
you.
Stay tuned for that.
For all the both of you from the bottom of my heart. Your gift from God, and he broke the mold. Thank you both. God bless Andy and Teresa. Enjoy the gifts. Thank you so much. I don't even want to know what you're laughing at now.
He said, will Jeremy wear the Daisy Dukes at the dollar sale? And then Adam Perdica says, we can only hope.
Somebody's going to win those tonight. Devin James Ferguson from California sent happy birthday.
Woo!
See what it says on the inside.
It's your birthday.
George and Jeremy, dear Jeremy, aka little brother, happy birthday. Says happy birthday, and your videos always help me when I'm sad. You guys are there. Happy birthday, hoot on your birthday. You deserve it. And sorry this is late, Deb Ferguson. Thank you so much, Deb.
All right, this letter is from Jenny Rose Walsh, all the way from New York. She sent a bunch of her handmade jewelry.
Now that is cool.
There's a ton here.
There's
super
a ton
cool.
In
here.
And super encryptive messages in there too.
Yeah. Ooh. Money.
Whoa, what's
There's
that for?
$5. It says
We have
birthday money. Sorry, not more. It's for you, Jeremy.
$5 for me?
$5.
You didn't have to do that for me. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Can I get oatmeal cream pie ice cream and Cedar Key with this?
Sure. I mean, it's
I'm
your
getting ice
birthday.
cream.
You can
I'm getting ice
spend
cream.
it however you
Thank
want.
you so much. I've got one from Graham in Texas, Corpus Christi, Texas, and it says, "Happy birthday."
Thank you, Jenny. I'll read this message later.
And it says, "Congrats." I had to keep going because George just stares.
I was reading.
Like I said,
you
she
know,
just
I
stares.
can't read.
Congrats on the purchase of the schoolhouse. Best for dealing with the water issue in Otter Creek. Blessings for your second 29th birthday. Happy B-Day cupcake from me. Love and prayers, Linda, Graham in Texas. Thank you so much, Linda.
Ooh, look at this.
Nebraska.
Little Nebraska plate.
Nice.
We got a Kansas plate to go on the ranch. Ooh, look at this one.
Grumpy
Z.
Z
from Colorado.
That should go on your card.
It says, okay to read live.
Grumpy
Jeremy and
Z.
George, thank you for opening your head.
Better let me read.
Thank you
for opening your hearts and sharing your crazy life with us. Hey, bought a bike and it's going to give you the old one. Grumpy Z plays from a late husband's. He went by Grumpy. Loved everything about you. Keep you both in my prayers and thoughts in God's hands. It's Tabitha and John. Thank you so much.
Guys.
I got one from Kristen Roman Noodles. Christine Roman Noodles.
Whoa.
It says, to both of you at Easter. At Easter, Jared, Jeremy, and George, Easter is a time for thinking of those who are a special part of our lives and have a special place in our hearts. That's why Easter is a time for thinking of both of you with love and best wishes. Love and blessing to you always, Christine Roman Noodles.
All right, Christine.
All right. Thank you, Christine. And I did give George the private note in there as well.
I messaged her.
Okay.
All right. This package came from all the way from Texas.
All the way from Texas.
From Catherine. Is it Hooten?
It is Catherine. I don't know.
Catherine.
Looks like Hoot.
Hooten?
Hoot. There it is. Hoot. Okay. Dear Jeremy and George, when you talk about birthdays, I couldn't believe my ears. Jeremy, you're 8 months younger than me. My roommate is 3 years and 2 days older than me. Anyways, happy birthday. And I have two paper clips that'll help you deal. I have two top tier paper clips segments that'll help you deal with the mayor. So I got a stack here. Got a stack of info. Like when I say people keep giving us stuff on everybody,
Jerry's, thank you for the $20.
When I say people keep giving us stuff on everybody here in Otter Creek that we're dealing with, it is no joke. We literally have files thick. Like
Jerry sent $20, says water bills due Saturday, so Mary should have it mailed out the Friday before.
Yeah, probably. All right, and I have top two paper clips to help you with the deal with the wannabe mayor. I see that. She says, I've determined that there are three things that is true now. Number one, stupidity is contagious. Number two, common sense is a superpower. True that. Number three, if you're considered a freak, an individual, unique individual, then you must be doing something right, being true to yourself. That's one of the things. We are outer freaks, aren't we? We're the outsiders. We're the outer freaks.
Freaks spelled with a Z.
Yeah, we're true to ourselves. We are who we are unapologetically, unless we do something extremely stupid. But we would apologize. But she said you can read this letter on the video and the viewers. And thank you so much. We appreciate it. I will go through all the documentation tomorrow.
All right. The next package came straight from Amazon. Look at that. It says hippity hoppity, get off my property.
Where should we sign this?
It says happy birthday, Jeremy with the G from Jenny Lunsford.
Jenny, should we put this at the schoolhouse?
Jeannie.
Jenny. I knew that. Jeannie, should we put this at the schoolhouse?
Yeah, let us know. I know you're in the chat right now. Let us know where you'd like to see us hang that sign.
I'm going to beat her here. I got one. It is from Mr. Kolb from Montana. Oh. It says, oh my goodness. He sent me a bill statement. You owe your water bill. Your last warning before we shut it off at the ranch and the school. There you have it. At least our fans have a sense of humor. Dear What the Hales, good afternoon, evening. It's 4 o'clock. How are you guys doing?
Said wherever you want to post it.
The reason I'm writing this is about your property. So now that you own your own school, what's the future plans besides using it as a warehouse and a dollar sale? It's a good question. We'll let you know when we figure it out.
Possibilities are endless.
Are you guys going to put a fence around the property? Yes. Are you going to be able to connect the ranch to the school and the old church grounds? No, not currently. Maybe someday, but not right now. Jeremy for mayor in 2024, not looking to run, but I do appreciate it. And please do it so the town gets their bleep together. I wish you had a 24/7 live feed of all the properties so we could watch them. We have a 24/7 live feed of the properties. We watch them. God bless you guys. Mary and Russ and Sus and the Otter Creek and Jack. Love you guys. And that's from Jesse. And there's another one in here. My grandma recently passed away and she was collected dolls and other stuff. Is there a way we can get connected? Here's my number. Just ask for Jesse. Jesse, you can email us at whatthehales@yahoo.com. We don't do anything over the phone. So we appreciate that.
This package came directly from Amazon.
And it says to George Hales.
Oh my gosh. This can't be for me. This is probably for patients, for baby George.
Oh my goodness.
I was a baby George.
This is perfect. Oh man.
This one says fun employed in the front, and then in the back it says ain't no family like
the one I
got. The one I got.
I don't think we should give these to her right away. We should take these to her.
And then this one says fun employed.
We should take these to her in the hospital when baby George is born. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
All right, set these aside. We're going to take these in the hospital when baby George is born. They don't watch the live stream, so we're safe. We're safe. We'll be like, hey, where's my grandbaby?
Whoever sent that, thank you. There's no
We don't know who sent it, but it's awesome.
There's no note, so thank you.
That's amazing.
Series, thank you for the 20. He predicts in 2025 the town will probably be called Hales Creek.
There goes more rumors.
All right, this came from hahaprank.com.
Oh, that means it's Debbie Vaughn.
You think so?
It's probably her own website.
Oh my god.
Hahaprank.com.
Your number 2 pen. Number 2
for the guest sign-in book? That's for the guest sign-in book.
Does it smell? I wonder. Should we open it?
Biodegradable. Yeah, we're gonna open it. Of course, we're gonna smell it. You just asked me if I wanted to sniff your backside earlier, you weirdo. Nope, doesn't smell.
Crime said that was my letter, Jeremy. I was bored, and so I wrote it.
I love it. Check that. That's going with the guest sign-in book.
What's it smell like?
Like you.
Plastic?
Ripe.
Debbie Vaughn said that's not for me, but I love it.
It's genius.
Whoever sent that, thank you.
Olight sent me a birthday gift as well. Sent me the mini Marauder for the schoolhouse since we got the schoolhouse now.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. This thing is
cool
incredible.
Color. I like the color.
We've been using this in the schoolhouse. That's
the one that we've been keeping at the ranch is like a.
You have a flashlight lot tonight in the auction, don't you?
I do, but it's not Olight.
Look at that. Treats.
LRG sent the poo pen.
Well, I love it. What country is this? Anybody know?
Pokemon said she sent it.
All right, so a lot of people sent it.
It's gonna eventually run out of ink.
If it was Poopy Mom, I would go, yeah, Poopy Mom sent it, but it's Pokemon. All right, this is treats from around the world, and what world is that? What country?
What? Ireland?
Oh, it's India. It's India. This is from India.
Is it?
Yep, this is from India.
Oh boy, you're not gonna like any of this stuff.
Yeah, but one of your best friend is Indian.
Oh, Shauna Pokemon said she sent the baby one for the baby George.
Oh, I love it.
Okay. So Pokemon sent the onesies. Thank you, Shauna.
That's so cool. Little Hearts Classics. I might like some of this.
I don't know.
You're gonna have to ask.
He yells at me every time I eat Indian food.
Yeah, but this ain't curry. This is treat Jim Jam. This is like the Jim Jam right here. Are you kidding? The hide and seek cocoa rolls. Rolls.
I love Indian food.
And her best friend is Indian, Archana.
James sent $2. He goes, no harm intended on the water bill. Did not say for fee.
India's magic.
Thank you, James, for the 2.
Thank you so much, James. We appreciate you.
So many people are saying that they love seeing you on Omar Gosh's video.
We did have fun with Omar and Tiffany for sure. We did have fun, and the actual if you're a member, and so if you are a middle or if you're a top tier member on What the Hales, you're gonna see firsthand account of the ghost stories from the previous owners. Mm-hmm. That will be released tomorrow. So many people saw that we were on Omar Gosh's channel, and then but we're gonna share the firsthand accounts tomorrow of the stories. I've held that back. We typically don't talk about those types of things on our channel. That's kind of not who we are, but
yes, Sean, they were here throughout the night. I wouldn't say they spent the night, but they were here pretty late.
Man, this is I'll put a link in the description after the live stream tonight. Yeah. If you're like, man, I really want some Indian food from around the world, I'll put the treats link in there, and then you can click on it, and they give you a special discount. And so we'll put that in there.
I think that concludes everything that we got. Right?
I had to take my hoodie off because I was getting so worked up.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But I think I'm okay. I mean, you're welcome to if you want to. Are we transitioning now into the auction?
Shift gears.
All right. I have never done this to shift gears.
You haven't?
Never. Oh. Never.
All right. Never. We're going to switch gears and go into our live auction.
While you talk about the auction, can I try one of these?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to try some too.
You have to talk.
If there's something with chocolate,
that's our deal. That's our deal. I talk for the first hour. You talk for the second. All right.
If this is your first auction,
oh my goodness, this is Naughty Jam.
Welcome.
Look at that. It's naughty.
Depending on the device that you're watching from, YouTube recently just changed this. If you're watching from a mobile device, make sure you are on all chat, not top chat. If you're watching from a desktop version, make sure you are in top chat and not live chat. Why do they keep changing things and make things?
Just have a cookie. It'll make it all better.
If you're watching on the Facebook platform and you don't plan on bidding on the auction, you can stay where you are and continue watching there. But if you're watching on YouTube and you want to participate in the live chat in order to bid on the auction, make sure you are subscribed so you can participate in the live chat. All of the lots that I show this evening, there is a $25 minimum bid that includes free shipping if you live here in the United States. If you live outside of the United States, you're more than welcome to bid. Just know that there will be additional shipping costs. Those additional costs can vary anywhere from $50 to $200, depending on the weight of the package, the dimensions, and where you are located in the world. Just know your country's custom laws and if there's any import fees. Our auction style is minute to win it. So what happens is I'll start showing you. This is good. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't want to eat with a full mouth. Mm-hmm. As soon as I start showing the items in the bulk lot, you can start bidding. And then once I'm done showing everything in the lot, Jeremy will throw up a 1-minute timer. You have 1 minute to throw in your last bids in the live chat. And then when our awesome moderator, Flipping Adventures, types in sold in the live chat, once the timer is up, whoever the highest bidder is right above her sold is the winner of that lot. If you are the highest bidder this evening, we ask that you please send us your contact information immediately to our email, which is whatthehales@yahoo.com. We will display our email on the screen once we begin the auction. Jeremy, along with our moderators, will remind you throughout the auction on where to send your information, the email address. We want your YouTube profile name, your real name, your mailing address, your high bid amount, and the auction lot that you won. If you're runner-up and you want to be considered the backup bidder, email us as well immediately at whatthehales@yahoo.com. Same thing. We want your YouTube profile name, your real name, your mailing address, your high bid amount, and the lot that you bid on. Tomorrow, I'll probably do it tonight. I kind of like sending it like the night of while we wait.
The invoices? Yeah. They don't know what you're talking about. But I'm messaging Omar.
I'm looking at you.
And I'm messaging Omar.
So either tonight or tomorrow, I will send a PayPal invoice. You don't have to have a PayPal account in order to pay that invoice. You'll have the option to pay either using a debit card, bank card, a credit card, or your PayPal account. Remember, as a reminder, as we're auctioning these things off, everything is sold as is. There's no guarantees. There's no returns. We don't examine the items. We just kind of find things that are similar, throw it a lot, and then we auction it off to you. We will do a practice lot. So if this is your first auction and you're not sure how it works, we will do a practice. So have no fear there. At the end of the auction, Jeremy kind of spoiler alert that the Daisy Dukes that he wore in one of the videos will be one of the free giveaways at the end of the auction. You will have a chance to win those Daisy Dukes with some of his thigh sweat on it because we have not laundered it.
I've been sweating like crazy.
It's been hot, and today it's been nice and cool. I'm actually wearing a hoodie because it's been nice and cool.
I noticed that when you filmed me out on the front porch in my underwear, you didn't show me in my underwear.
No, I didn't.
When another channel that was here filmed, and I'm not saying it, put me as a thumbnail in my underwear. I ain't saying it because I don't want anybody running over to go look at me in my underwear.
Oh, a lot of people I'm sure already know because that video got a lot of views.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my goodness.
So at the end of the auction, you will have a chance to win a free lot. One of the free lots is the Daisy Dukes that Jeremy wore, and that was featured in one of the videos. And then I'll also have 2 other lucky winners, so a total of 3 winners based on a trivia question. So Jeremy usually used to think of trivia questions, but he's a slacker when it comes to that department. So Flipping Adventures has been sending us trivia questions. So have you even looked at the questions that she sent yet?
Huh?
Okay, I'll take that as a no.
I was writing a song.
So if you're the first...
Did Flippin' Adventures write a song for tonight?
No, she didn't.
Okay.
Not that I know of.
She probably did.
So,
probably wrote 10 of them.
So if you're the first 3 to answer the trivia question correctly, if you're the first, you win the Daisy Dukes. And then if you're second and third, I have something special for you. I'll show that at the end of the auction.
Wow, you got a lot of stuff over there. Should I
as best practice, make sure you guys
or...
refresh in between every lot. That way there's no lying at home. And again, depending on what device you're viewing from, you're either in all messages or
no,
in
I didn't, but I could.
Live chat.
Anybody can write a song better than me.
We are at the mercy of YouTube glitches, which means sometimes you'll bid and we don't see your bid. It doesn't come through. So if Jeremy doesn't see your bid come through, or our moderators aren't noticing your bids either, try typing out the numbers or putting $ before the number, or a couple $ after the numbers. So for example, instead of typing in 100, put a couple $ ahead of it or after it, or type out the word 100, ONE, and then the word 100. All right. And then if you have no intentions of paying, please do not bid. Again, do not bid if you have no intentions of paying. That will get you banned and you will not be able to participate in any of our future live auctions. All right. I'm ready to do the practice, but I do need to set up before.
Crime says nobody can join the Facebook, but I see it climbing. So Crime, you have to request to join. Mm-hmm. I see it already climbing.
You have to request and wait for the administrator to approve you. So if you requested it, then just wait till you get approved, and then you'll get notified that you've been accepted.
It is a private group. You just have to request to join.
And wait to be accepted.
Yep. And then
it's not
you'll be in. It's not an automatic exception. So they'll let you in based off of whatever their requirements are. And
oh my god, that was good.
You like that?
This one.
Somebody wants to give us a fish tank in the school.
Jam. Yeah, I told them to email us.
Okay.
And we can think about it.
Okay.
If we have someone here to feed them, sure, but if not, then no.
Then yeah.
Maybe another season.
That depends on if we can get Flippin' Adventures. She could be flipping fish feeding. Flipping feeding fish. Okay. I got to get set up here for the first lot. George will show us a practice lot first. And then we'll go through the process together so we all know what the Hales were doing. And then once we know what the Hales were doing, we will successfully start getting into these lots. I know George has a ton of crazy stuff here tonight. I'm going to add her to the stream, and she likes it this way. Why are you taking my poop pen already?
This is practice.
Practice doing what?
This is practice. This isn't really going up for auction.
All right, you just messed up the screen again. Okay. And all right, as soon as George starts showing an item, you can start bidding. And so George is showing an item right now.
Smell-o-vision.
You can sniff, but as you sniff, make sure you bid. And this is a practice bid. This is a practice bid. We're going to go through the process so everybody actually understands what and how we're doing. And JK says, I will not bid on poop. Yeah, right.
It's a pen.
It's a pen,
it's
JK.
It's a scratch and sniff pen. Why wouldn't you want to bid on this?
1 billion rolls of toilet paper. Now, when George is ready, she's going to say, I'm ready
for the timer.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to start my little spiel. I'm going to tell you $25 starting bid, free shipping here in the United States, additional shipping outside the United States. Everything is as is. And no returns. We try and represent everything the best possibly we can. Hey, guys, it's a piece of poop. You can paint it. You can do whatever you want to it. Poop is poop.
You can sniff it. You can
but Mac is offering 20 feet of 2-inch pipe. Listen, I got over 1,000 feet of 2-inch pipe. I know what I had to do with that 2-inch pipe.
2 inches? Yeah, it's roughly 2 inches.
Who's measuring, a female or a male?
A female.
All right. You got to bid fast. You got to bid furious because you only have 1 minute to win it. Let's do this. 1 minute to win it right now. All right. This is our... Oh, handcuffs for Russ the Sus. I like that. Janice says 1 city council seat. 1 kangaroo coming from Joe. And 10 inches of toilet paper coming from Tanya. I need more than that. I'm a folder, not a cruncher. $1 billion from Steven. Man, if he's willing to pay $1 billion for a piece of poop, I got a lot of poop for him. A lot of it. This is Otter Creek. This is Otter Creek. We're knee-high in it. 1 year of wipes. 1 roll of toilet paper from Grandma D. 2 giraffes from Sylvia. About 10 seconds. No, I mean about 15 seconds left to go. JK says, I will bid. He says he won't bid on poop, but now he's bidding. 1 poop pen refill. JK, I don't want to know what you're refilling with. 3, 2, 1. And in our practice now. We got to practice now. Now we're going to see Flippin' Adventures. She's going to say sold. No bids will come after the sold, even though I just said all the garbage pail kids in the world. Flippin' Adventures said sold. I'm taking the garbage pail kids. Every garbage pail kid in the world.
Why wouldn't you take the handcuffs?
All right, fine. I'm taking the handcuffs for Russ the Sus. All right. I will take the handcuffs for Russ the Sus. I will. All right. Lot number 1 coming up. Lot number 1 coming up.
First lot are assorted religious.
You know what?
items.
I'm just giving her solo layout. Here we go.
Solo layout.
I'll give her full solo layout, and you can start bidding immediately. She said this is religious.
All right, assorted religious items. You'll get 3 flats of religious items. The flats are not included, just the actual rosaries and other items that are on the flat.
Jan B's in at 75 right now.
I'm going to quickly show you the flats, and then I'll bring
Chad's in at 75. Chad's in at 75. Jan B's in at 75. Chad is in at 45. Jan B's came in at 75. 75.
So you'll get these 3 flats, and again I'll show them quickly overall, and then I'll bring them in closer so that you could see them.
Sherry Bloomfield came in at 40. Remember to refresh. James McDonald's now in at 100.
There's
100 is I bid right now.
Assorted rosaries.
Sherry came in at 90, but James McDonald's in at 100.
I did not examine these, so there may be some pieces that are
109 now. James is in at 100. Wait, no. Queen Cecilia just typed the wrong number there. It's still James at 100. John Boy came in at 80. I think he's probably
probably needs to refresh because we're already at 100.
I think out of all the
Cindy's
rosaries,
at a dozen of cookies. Needs to refresh as well.
This one is missing the a part of the.
Looks like James McDonald bid himself up at 115. No, Sherry came in at 110. James McDonald's now in at 115. 115 is high bid right now with James McDonald.
I've got a couple rosaries made in Japan, a couple made in Italy, one made in Jerusalem.
Flip Floppers in at 101. Jan B came in at 125.
And then I've got
James McDonald's now in at 135.
different assortments of pendants. There's bookmarks, there's crosses, there's keychains, there is more pendants, more keychains.
James McDonald's in at 135. Jan B was 125. James is at 135. 135 is the high bid right now.
Pewter pieces, more keychains.
Rose Blue says these are beautiful. Charlotte says this is a very appropriate lot on today on Easter.
You've got more crosses, different styles.
Jan B is now at 145.
Different materials.
145 is the high bid right now. James is at 135. Jan B's in at 145.
And then I've got
James McDonald's now at 155. Jan B's at 145. James McDonald's in at 155. Gatorbait Paranormal says, wow, so many rosaries. Very pretty. 155 is high bid right now with James McDonald. There's no hole in my 2-inch pipe.
This looks like a bookmark. These two are bookmarks.
Sherry's in at 160. There's no hole. There's no hole. There's no hole in my 2-inch pipe. Sherry's high bidder right now at 160. Jan B just came back at 175. There's no hole in my 2-inch pipe. There's no hole in my 2-inch pipe. There's no hole. There's no hole. There's no hole in my 2-inch pipe. Jan B's high bidder at 175. James McDonald came back at 175, but Jan B already got him at 175. 175 with Jan B is the high bid right now. James McDonald's now in at 200. Rose Blue says, so precious. James McDonald says 200.
Just the lighting. It's kind of washing it out a little bit.
George is adjusting the lighting, trying another lighting setup. 200 is high bid right now with James McDonald. One day we will dial this in and we will figure this out. But today is not that day, but you can buy all of this today. 200 is the high bid right now.
All right. So again, 3 flats. The actual flats are not included, just the jewelry and the religious items. I am ready for the timer.
James McDonald's high bidder right now, 200. George Such is ready for the timer. Everything you saw on those 3 flats, you will receive $25 starting bid, free shipping here in the United States, additional shipping outside the United States. Everything is as is, no guarantees and no returns. We try and represent everything the best of our ability, the way that we got it. We try and give it right back to you. And you got to bid fast. You got to bid furious because you literally only have 1 minute to win it. Let's do this. James McDonald's high bidder right now at 200. James McDonald's high bidder right now at 200. 200 is high bid right now. 200 is high bid right now. Flippin' Adventure says looks like close to 100 items on those 3 flats. Wowzers! Johnny Boy says try black tablecloth. That might help. Probably would. Jan B's now in at 210. 210 is high bid. Cherry came in at 199, but Jan B came back at 210 with about 30 seconds left to go. 210 is the high bid right now on the religious lot here on Easter. 210 is the high bid right now. It's Jan B at 210. James McDonald just came in at 215. 215 is the high bid now. Elizabeth Handmade Jewelry just said, what a beautiful lot. 215, love everything Jesus, Patricia said. Phyllis just found the spotlight of Otter Creek. 215 is high bid right now with James McDonald. Jay just came in at 214. 215 is high bid. Daniel Jiggins just came in at 225. 225 right now with Daniel Jiggins. Jan B came in at 245. 245. James McDonald came in at 230. Jan B right now. Jan B at 245. more bids still coming in. It's Jan B at 245. Jan B at 245. Jan, here's what you're going to do. You're going to send us your YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address, your bid amount of 245. And you're going to tell George it was a religious lot. I should be pointing to what looks like whatthehales@yahoo.com. That is the email address. You're going to go ahead and send that email to George right now, if you would, please. So that way George can get invoices out tonight, okay? And so right now, once George gets your email tonight after the auction, she'll send you a specific invoice. You'll be able to click a button, pay a million different ways. You will get an auto response based off of emailing George here right away, but you can ignore that auto response. Wait till you get the actual invoice. And backup bidder was James McDonald at 230. James, you know what to do. You can go ahead and email George as well that you were backup bidder at 230. Looks like we have an entire... Oh my goodness. Looks like we got a car lot. I never know what she's going to do. I never know what.
Sometimes you do.
Barely.
Sometimes
Usually
you're like, this is what you're going to auction off.
Barely. She goes, I'm taking this from you and you ain't ever owning it again.
The next lot are assorted Hot Wheels and die-cast cars. These have all come from a variety of storage units while we've been here in Florida. I finally have enough to throw up for auction. Some of these are brand new, still sealed. They appear to be brand new, still sealed. Like that one still has the plastic on it.
Dell's in at 35 right now.
That one still has the plastic on it. So does this one.
We got Jan Brock's email right now for the religious lot. Thank you, Jan.
That one too. We got the Green Giant. Some of these are in really good condition. Others are definitely vintage or in rough condition. You know, kids can be really harsh on their toys.
I have an email here from Crafty Jen. Crafty Jen, if you're still in the chat, which I'm sure you are, the Lark does raffles, but Camp Patmos does not. Laws are different in different states. So the Lark would love to accept your quilt. And they would sell raffle tickets for that to raise funds. So that would be right up the Lark alley right there.
So you get 3 flats of cars. The flats are not included, just the cars.
All right. We've got bidding going on right now on all of the cards. It looks like Sherry just dropped the bomb at 130.
Now that you have a schoolhouse, do you think you'll need a tow motor?
Yes, probably. Crafty Jen is in the house still. She heard me. So the ARC would absolutely love that. The ARC of Levy County. And they're doing some actual raffles right now. So if you want to go ahead and contact them and say, hey, I'm a fan of What the Hales. I follow them. I love what's going on, what you guys are doing. And I would love to be able to do this for you. And I think they'll get you all set up. And they would love that. James McDonald emailed as well as far as the religious lot. We got Sherry still a high bidder right now at 130.
We got a Budweiser themed motorcycle.
Sherry's high bidder at 130.
There's another motorcycle. Again, we have not inspected these to see if all of the parts are there. We auction these off as is.
Like the motorcycle looks like it's seen better days for sure.
Yeah. There is a Cooper.
Jeannie Swartzen just
Cooper.
Joined the What the Hales family. Welcome, Jeannie.
This
Harriet
appears to be brand new, still in the
so
sealed.
Cool.
Here's a transformer.
You found a transformer?
Yeah, see it?
Is it an actual transformer?
Yeah, it transforms. And then here's a
But is it an
school
actual
bus
transformer?
on some monster truck wheels.
Marcus is in at 135.
Yeah. You want to play with that?
I want to know if it's an actual transformer. Yes, there is a sticker transformer. It is an actual transformer. It's not an original metal. It is a plastic one, but it is a real transformer. Where did we get that from?
Here's a Lambo. Remember when my cousin Ethan said he wanted a Lamborghini?
Yeah,
When he starts driving.
Ethan George. Yes. Sherry's now high bidder at 150. Marcus came in at 135. Then Frank came in at 145.
Look at this.
Sherry's in at 150.
I know how much you hated riding the school bus growing up.
I would have been okay on that one.
Would have been all, yeah.
Joe came in at 141, but it's Sherry right now at 150. Franken Jankin came in at 165.
All right. I am ready for the timer.
She says she's ready.
There's a couple Transformers here. Look at that.
More than meets the eyes. My bus didn't look like that, says Charlotte. All right, looks like Frank and Jenkins, right? High bidder right now, $25 starting bid, free shipping here in the United States. Everything is as is, no guarantees and no returns.
This was the color of my prom dress.
We try and represent everything best we possibly can. Sherry's now on 170. You see it, we don't clean it, we find it, and we pass it right on to you so that you can do whatever you want to help keep its value. Or, many times if you clean an item, it loses and decreases its value. And sometimes there are items that will actually increase in value. We let you decide that. You're seeing it as it is. Again, we try and represent everything as best we possibly can. And Sherry is high bidder right now at 170. Looks like Joe Stuff tried to put in a dollar sign in 170. Joe's in at 171 now. You got to bid fast. You got to bid furious. You got 1 minute to win it. Let's do this. Joe Stuff is in at 171. 171 is high bid right now. 171 is high bid. Sherry was in at 170, but Joe's in at 171. Cindy is having a good night. Have a good night, Cindy. Frank and Jenkins now at 185. 185. Mary had her foot run over by a bus. Sherry came in at 175, but Frank and Jenkins in at 185 with about 30 seconds left to go. 185 with 30 seconds left to go. Frank and Jenkins is 185 right now. Lots of hearts coming in tonight. We appreciate all the love and all the support. Frank and Jenkins in 185. 10 seconds left to go. 5 seconds left to go. It's still Frank and Jenkins at 185. It's Frank and Jenkins with 185. Frank and Jenkins going once. Frank and Jenkins going twice. 185. Jay came in at 185. Trying to understand. Jay came in at 185. It's Frank and Jenkins, right? Yes, Frank and Jenkins. But Jay is going to be backup bidder at 185. All right, it's Frank and Jenkins at 185. Jay is backup bidder at 185. It is. Debbie Vaughn says, I see Frank and Jenkins at 185. Frank and Jenkins, here's what you're going to do. You're going to send your YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address, your bid amount, 185, and tell George it was the car lot. I should be pointing to the email address right there. Again, we want to have you send that email out as soon as possible. Jay, your backup bidder at 185 right there. whatthehales@yahoo.com. So Frank and Jenkins, go ahead and send that email on out. Remember, when you do send an email on any of our platforms, you normally get what's called an auto response, and it has what's called facts or frequently asked questions. We get thousands and thousands and thousands of communication pieces a day. And this past week, it took me forever to read everything. We read everything. We barely respond to anything. And so I just got caught up today. And because we did, you will not have a video tomorrow. I needed a day just to catch everything up, and we will not have a video tomorrow.
You took your second nap here at the schoolhouse.
And we did take a 10-minute nap today at the schoolhouse. And it was beyond needed with everything we've been doing.
Power nap.
So I had to have a day just to catch up. That means you guys don't get a video tomorrow, but man, you're going to have a hails of videos this week. I promise you, this is going to be an insane week here in Otter Creek.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. George has another Disney pin lot. I'm going to go ahead and full screener here.
All right. Next lot are assorted Disney pins, Aladdin themed.
Man, they're bidding already.
A whole new world.
They're bidding like crazy. Dawn Gibson's already in at 50.
I believe there's.
What you doing, Will? Said, was it on the corduroy? Yep. We pulled out the mattress and we took a nap.
I believe there's 15 pins on this flat. The flat's not included, just the Disney pins. This is brand new, still sealed in the package. This one, it doesn't have the protector seal.
Deshaun Goodman says, I'm offended. You're not putting a video out tomorrow. No doubt. Don Gibson's in at 75. David at Junkyard was in at 65. Shelly Smith was in at 55.
They do have the Mickey Mouse.
Sherry is now on at 100. So, yeah, I spent all day just catching up. I actually spent vast majority of the day yesterday catching up, and I finished all the fine tuning on I was up in the rafters for 6 hours getting every nail, every piece of the ceiling tile out, cleaning it all up.
You were having fun.
No, I wasn't. It was so hot yesterday. It was horrible. 110, but I love it. I love the look of it.
You get to
is
enjoy
amazing.
the fruits of your labor by looking up at it.
I love it. And we couldn't have done it without Brian's help and Deshaun Goodman's help and What You Doing Willis's help. And
this one's cool because it opens.
Debbie Britt just joined the What the Hales family. Thank you so much. 110 right now with Dawn. Sherry was at 100, but it's 110 right now.
25th anniversary.
Tim Kinnear says, when's the yard sale date? It's April 22nd, 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Brandon is in at 135 right now. I love the Ghostbusters thing going on there.
And then you will get these
Sean
Disney
Goodman
pins.
Says, definitely worth all the hard work. Man, Sean has seen it firsthand. Sean can tell you how incredible this hallway is going to be. Like, it is just going to blow people's minds when they walk down the hallway. It's going to be awesome. I really do think it's going to be awesome. All right, we're at, Mary says, what are we supposed to watch tomorrow with No What the Hales video?
A rerun.
Reruns.
Reruns help us a lot.
Yeah.
It still helps the channel.
Huge amount.
I know a lot of you say that you wish you can donate, but you can't. All you have to do is watch our videos. Watch our videos.
Don Gibson's now at 140.
So this is a tour pin. It separates by a magnet, but then once you take the pins off, it sticks together with the magnet and becomes
140
a
is the high bid right now. Oh yeah, I remember that from Aladdin. 140 is the high bid right now.
Abu. Can I have my own Abu?
You can have whatever. I thought I was your Abu.
A flying carpet. Can I have a flying carpet?
If that's what you want.
And then this one opens up. It's held by a magnet as well. Look how long that becomes.
Wow. Jafar. Kevin T's in at 145. Lady Tammy says, well, it sounds like Top Tier is going to have a video, so I'm good to go. Yes, Tammy, Top Tier will have a video. So yes, Top Tier members will have a video.
Yeah. That
one's already done. I did work on that today. So us adding membership does add a lot of work, but it's fun work that we enjoy to do for the members.
Plus, it's fun for the members. I think you guys enjoy it.
Don Gibson's at 150, and the members get to see things that we normally would never show. And last week they got to see George taking a nap.
I was.
See, George doesn't even get to see it. She's not a member.
I can see him.
And tomorrow they're going to get to see all the haunting stories from the previous owners. Kevin T's in at 155.
All right, I'm ready for the timer.
And George says she's ready for the timer. This is the Disney pin lot. George says she's ready for the timer. It looks like 155 is the high bid right now with Kevin T. Now Dawn Gibson just came in at 160. 160 is the high bid right now. 160 is the high bid. $25 starting bid. Free shipping here in the United States.
I will put a stopper up there, the backing.
Everything is as is. No guarantees and no returns. You're seeing it as we got it. If you recall, we bought this from Michael, and we gave Michael $5,000 cash so he could get his teeth renewed and redone. And he had some medical work he needed to get taken care of, and we were able to give him enough money to actually do that.
He even threw in his wife.
He even threw in his wife as part of the deal. We have sold half of his pins, and we have made half of the money back. And so by the end of the deal, by the end of the deal, we're hoping to make that $5,000 back. So Sean Goodman says Disney pins are good money. Jackie just sent $4.99. I play your old videos with the dog when I leave the house. Are you kidding, Jackie?
Well, you know what? We get a lot of emails that their animals love watching What the Hales. So we get pictures of fans sending pictures of their animals watching the big screen. And guess who's on the screen? Jeremy. It's always Jeremy. It's never me.
All right. You got a bit fast. You got a bit furious. You literally only have 1 minute to win it. I forget where we're at on the bid, but I'm sure somebody's going to remind me. All right. Jackie says she does. I find it hard to believe, but I never thought in a million years.
Remember when Lisa sent a picture of her parrot watching us?
Yes, I do. All right. All these Disney pins. Aladdin was one of my favorites. Kevin T's now at 165 with 35 seconds left to go. Aladdin is always one of my favorites. Dawn Gibson's in at 170. 170 is the high bid right now.
The
Beth
musical
Jones.
play is pretty awesome.
Beth Jones just became a super fan. Thank you so much, Beth Jones. Lady Antiques Treasure. My dog loves to watch videos when I'm gone. Kevin T's at 165. Dawn's in at 170 now. Dawn Gibson's in 170. 170 is the high bid right now. 170 is the high bid. Kevin T's now at 175. They're all saying they play our videos for the dogs. 180. 180. Kevin came in at 74, and Dawn was in at 180. Kevin T came in at 180. Down got the first bid at 180. It is Dawn Gibson at 180. 180 to Dawn Gibson. Kevin T is backup bidder at 180. Okay, Dawn Gibson, here's what you're going to do. You're going to send your YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address, your bid amount, 180. You're going to tell George it was the Disney Pins Aladdin lot. Disney Pins Aladdin lot. And then Kevin T, you were backup at 180. You can tell George right there at whathehales@yahoo.com. Say, hey, I was backup on the Disney Pins, the Aladdin lot at 180. So basically what you guys are all saying is our videos are for the dogs.
For the animals.
Or Otter Creek is for the dogs. Lord knows they're all over the street, and the people who own them are endangering them on a regular basis. That's for sure. Okay.
Earlier you mentioned I was having a flashlight lot.
Oh, she is having a flashlight lot. All right. Remember, when you email George, you will get a auto response. You can ignore the auto response, but she will send out an invoice tonight as long as you get a email to her tonight.
These are different assortments of flashlights. A lot of these flashlights were found in Bruce's unit, who was a prepper.
Yeah. Kathy Aller says, why can't I bid? Kathy, try a bunch of different things. Sometimes it's the device you're on. Try typing the actual number out. So if your bid is 100, type in ONE space HUNDRED. You know, put the actual word instead of the number. A lot of times it's the device you're on. Sometimes you need to log out of your account, log back into your account. ADR says, I watch all the older ones on my lunch break. I'm shocked that people like George and I never in a million years thought anybody would be watching this stuff. I mean, I started it without George, and even then I never thought they'd be watching it. But
you started with completely different content.
My storage units were already going before I met you. Okay, let's see. I got to get a snack for George here. How about, it looks like a cracker. How about an Indian, do you want a Happy Happy chocolate chip cookie?
What's a Happy Happy again?
What's a Happy Happy?
Happy Happy?
This is a Happy Happy. Happy Happy! A cocoa cookie! A cocoa chip cookie. A Happy Happy.
Okay.
You want a Happy Happy?
Sure, I'll try one.
Remember, you guys can bid. I don't know where the bid is. Ryan just came in at 60. I'm going to give George a Happy Happy. Hopefully I get a Happy Happy later. Here you go, George. One Happy Happy for you. Can I have a Happy Happy later?
Mm-hmm.
When I'm done talking, call in the bids. Do you like? What'd you say? You like them?
I got a mouthful right now.
But do you like them?
Mm-hmm.
The Happy Happies are good. Did they make you happy?
It's not bad. I like the other one with the jelly.
You like the jelly one? Dell's in at 75. Joe Stuff is in at 61. We got Daniel Evans in at 75. Looks like we got a lot of people in at 75.
These have not been tested.
JK said, give him a slappy slappy.
We did not test any of these, by the way.
Wasn't one of those?
This we found like 3 years ago, and I'm finally putting it up for auction.
Okay. Yeah. I thought one of them had like.
This can be used as a weapon.
That's what I thought. It was a weapon.
Yeah.
Allison's in at 100. Which George and I have plenty of weapons all over the place. It's one of the comments we always get. Are you protected? Very.
Well,
Allison.
God is our biggest protector.
Allison's in at 100.
This one appears to be brand new, still in the package. It's a 3-inch mini flashlight. How funny would it be if it was a 2-inch mini flashlight?
That would be fun. Can I have a happy now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Different colors, different sizes. These are probably 2-inch flashlights.
Colleen just became a super fan.
This one,
David V is in at 120.
This one, look how cute this one is. It's in the shape of a bullet. I just noticed that.
I think the jelly cookie is better. You're right.
Yeah. You want one?
No, they're for you.
It'd be really good with coffee. Coffee. So you'll get those, and then
I bet it's 120 right now.
you'll get this GE lantern. There's 2 of these. Again, we have not tested these. This, I believe, came from Bruce's unit, who's a prepper.
There's a pack of butter cookies in here.
Oh, those might be good.
You want me to open those next?
Sure.
All right. We haven't tested any of the lights, but we're testing all this Indian food.
Indian snacky snacks.
Allison's in at 130 now.
Another lantern.
All right, open up.
I should be carrying these around the schoolhouse when it's so dark in here. Jeremy has a long hallway, so
If you guys think my driveway is long, you should see my hallway. You're doing a lot of crunching over there. Do you like it?
it was good. It is really good.
You like the butter cookie?
Yeah. All right, I'm ready for the timer.
Barry Parfait wants to know are the batteries out of everything?
Have not checked, Mary. I don't examine them. We just find them and put them in a lot.
Allison's in at 130. 130 is the high bid right now. George is eating butter cookies, jelly cookies, happy cookies. And
Those
the
are
high bid
good.
is 130.
The butter cookies are really yummy. I still like the Happy are good, but I still like the jelly ones.
It's always good to know. Whoops, don't bid
Did
yet.
we try this yet? The Choco Rolls?
I tried one. Go ahead. She wants to know if we tried this. I tried one. Try it while I'm talking.
My hands are...
Hold a second. I got to feed George.
I touched the poop pen, so I can't really eat.
I licked the poop pen, so...
My hands are nasty.
I don't know if you're going to like these ones. Yeah, you do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you will, because you like more bitter.
That's awful.
All right. Charlotte says, I've seen your driveway, your hallway, your 2-inch pipe. Have you no shame? Apparently not. All right, $25 starting bid. Free shipping here in the United States. Additional shipping outside of the United States. Everything is as is, no guarantees and no returns. We'll try and show it to you and represent it the best we possibly can. You're seeing it as we got it. That's how you receive it. You got to bid fast. You got to bid furious. You got 1 minute to win it. Let's do this. George is eating a cocoa something from India right now. I believe the high bid is still 130. Allison's in at 130. George is eating cookies. I'm getting balder as the day gets longer. It's all that rust the sus town hall Otter Creek.
You can't blame me for your
Stress.
hair loss. That all started 3 years ago when you moved to Otter Creek.
That's true. I started losing hair 3 years ago when I started drinking the water at Otter Creek.
No one warned you.
Nobody warned us at all. Allison's high bidder at 130 with about 15 seconds left to go. BP says, take the batteries out before shipping. They weigh a ton. 10 seconds left to go. When I find them, I typically take all the batteries out and trash the batteries. But that doesn't mean I bid on every single one of them. And some George found too. 130 is still a high bid right now with Allison. 130 is the high bid. 130 going once. 130 going twice. 130 sold to Allison. Rose said, the longer the pipe, the bolder you get. Probably true. All right. So Allison's high bidder at 130. 130 is the high bid right now. Allison, here's what you're going to do. You're going to send us your YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address, your bid amount 130, and tell George it's the flashlight lot. You're going to email her right there. You should see whatthehales@yahoo.com on the screen there. Backup is Dell at 125. 125, Dell, you can tell George as well. I'm the backup on the flashlight. Send her all that same information. Colleen just sent $1.99 in honor of my hubby's birthday today. He's 37. Wow, I remember when I was 37. 37 and looking for heaven. And remember, happy birthday, by the way. I don't know what his name is, but happy birthday, Colleen's significant other. Oh. So when you email, George will send you out an invoice, particularly tonight. You'll get a frequently asked questions. You'll get an auto response, but you can ignore that. George will send you an invoice, particularly that you can click on and you can pay the bill. Okay. And then we'll be all set and ready to go. And she'll give you tracking and all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and give her a solo layout. Here we go.
All right. Next lot are 3 flats of assorted sunglasses. Speaking of birthdays, this one is a special by Marble. It says happy birthday.
Huh.
So this one appears to be brand new, still in the
we probably found
retail
that
box.
Bruce's unit. Super Spy.
I think maybe.
I found pistachio almond cookies.
This flat of sunglasses.
Sugar showered coconut biscuits.
You'll get this entire flat of sunglasses.
Gluco cookies.
Flats are not included, just the sunglasses.
I wonder what a gluco cookie is.
So that's the second one.
All right, we got Joe Stuff in at 52. We got Steve B at 64. I'm sure there were other bids. I just wasn't looking at the screen. I was looking for snacks for George.
For yourself.
Pretty much what I do
hangry?
99% of my life. I look for snacks for George.
I do the same for you.
She's like, I'm hangry. I'm hangry.
Not in that voice.
That's what she says.
Not in that voice.
Typically, that's what she says.
It will come with this case. These are the glasses that clip onto your reading glasses. This appears to be brand new, still sealed in the package.
Holy cow.
What?
Crafty Jen just sent us a picture of a quilt she did. My goodness.
I love quilts.
Look at it. It's beautiful.
Oh, wow. How long did it take you, Jen?
She probably says in here. So I'm planning to go away. 350 to 400 hours in the making.
This one says Jesus loves you.
Wow. Holy cow, that's beautiful.
How many hours?
Almost 400.
400 hours. What is that equivalent to?
A lot.
You know, I can't count that high.
Let me call Mary.
No, don't.
Equivalates to
She's going to say that you're being vile.
If she worked on it 10 hours a day, that's 100 days at 10 hours a day. That's if she put in 10 hours a day. She probably was putting in more. Maybe someday she took a break. Mary just sent $9.99 to help pay for legal fees against the corrupt Levy County. How long did it take? Call. Thank you, Mary. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. All these sunglasses. I don't know where the bid is right now because I was looking at Crafty Jen's quilts. Am I going to get in trouble for looking at Crafty Jen's quilts?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Just making sure. Just making sure.
No, because I looked at her quilt too.
All right. As long as we were both looking, we're good.
This one appears to be new. Still has the tag on it.
She started that one in 2017. Holy cow.
So she probably worked on it a little bit at a time.
Joe is high bidder right now at 63. High bidder right now at 63.
Love you.
Jessica Kruger says, can we see? Yes, I'm going to show you guys. Mary McAllister is a resident of Levy County. Thank you so much, Levy. Mary.
I am Levy.
Mary is Levy County. Sing Me a Love Song said, quilts are to women as driveways are to men. Sinner 1977 said, hashtag Ottergate. That's funny. It should be Otter Pipe.
Oh.
Daniel Evans is now in at 75. Ryan Maples is in Levy. We got some local friends here. I like that Ottergate.
Fun glasses. These appear to be brand new, still sealed in the package. These are the same ones outside of the package.
FTRB. Denny became a super fan. Thank you so much. Daniel still high bidder at 75. Colleen said, such an epic job on the schoolhouse. Colleen, we couldn't have done it with all the help. Christian, Patience. We've had Travis. We've had Sean. We've had Brian.
You think they'd want to come out for the dollar sale?
Everybody in Levy County.
Patience and Christian.
Oh, not with the baby coming. Yes, they probably would.
Ooh.
We'll see. If I have them haul a tractor back.
Oh, I think I just hit the camera. A trailer, you mean?
Trailer. Tricky G just sent $5. Hello, happy Easter, everyone. I'm only popping in to say hello. She's still not 100%. And George is literally knocking everything over right now. Loretta just became a super fan. Thank you so much, Loretta. And Flippin' Adventures, you know she did the math. If Crafty Jen was a robot and she worked 24 hours a day, it would take her about 17 days.
Well, she started in 08.
And Jason said, hashtag Pipegate.
All right, so 3 flats of fun glasses. Flats aren't included, just the sunglasses.
What you doing, Willis said, hey, I got you. I'll drive the tractor back.
Well, we're trying to get them to drive the trailer back.
Jessica said, do you think Russell will come to the dollar sale? I promise you.
In his disguise, yes.
I promise you he will be spying on it. 100%
He'll
will
drive
be spying
past like
on
10
it.
times.
Or he will send somebody on his behalf to report back to him.
Oh, for sure.
Somebody will be here.
That's something he would totally do. He would send Richard.
Yeah, he probably is going to send Richard.
All right, I'm ready for the time.
All right, George is knocking everything down, dropping everything, so it's a good time for me to get on the timer.
Captain Fumblenuts is Captain calling me out.
Tina 35633 said, did you ever disclose the odd phone call from dispatch? Yes, we did. And we did that for members only live. So not that you're not important, but there are some things that they have privy to that we share with them. All right. That being said, right? I did that, right?
I know you shared it with Travis and Sean.
I shared it with Travis and Sean.
When they were
Maybe
here.
I didn't do it in the live. If I didn't do it in the live, I apologize, members. I did it with Travis and Sean. And if I did it with Travis and Sean, mouth shut,
Mum's
guys.
the word.
Mum's the word. All right. I don't know where. Oh, yeah. Gina said, yeah, you did. Nancy said, yeah, you did. Connie said, yeah, you did. So, yeah, I did. Okay. All right. $25 starting bid, free shipping here in the United States, additional shipping outside the United States. Everything is as is, no guarantees and no returns. Everything is as we try and represent it best as possible. And you got to bid fast because Daniel's still at 75. You got to bid furious. You got 1 minute to win it. Let's do this. 75 is my bid right now with Daniel. 75 is my bid right now with Daniel. Crafty Jen, I'm going to show your quilt right after this bid. And we'll give everybody a chance to actually refresh. And I'm going to show your quilt. Daniel's still high bidder at 75. Daniel's high bidder at 75 with free shipping here in the United States. And about 35 seconds left to go. Nicholas says, I study corruption. Well, then you know Russ does us. High bidder right now is 75 with Daniel.
He studies it. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Federico is high bidder right now. 60. No, still Daniel, 75. 60 is less than 75. I almost did a Mary math a scary moment there. 10 more seconds. I was doing Otter Creek math there for a second. Daniel's still high bidder. Charlotte McMillan just became a super fan. And Shirley became a super fan. Mary Parfait came in at 78. 78 is high bid. Mary Parfait just got the bid in at 78. All right, Mary Parfait, you know exactly what to do. You're going to send your YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address, your bid amount of 78, and you're going to tell George it's the sunglasses lot. Daniel, your backup bidder at 75. You can send all that same information to George right here, whatthales at Yahoo, right here, whatthales at yahoo.com. Let her know your backup bidder for the sunglasses. And remember, when you send us an email on any of our platforms, you get an auto response. That's pretty typical. That's right. George kicked the camera. That's why it's
sorry.
You'll get an auto response. You can actually ignore that. That has frequently asked questions. And then George will send an invoice out tonight as long as you get us your email tonight. Those who want to see the quilt that Crafty Jen made, I'm going to pull it up right now. I'm going to pull it up right now. And it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Detailed, beautiful. Look at the detail down below.
Do you think she can make a quilt for you with 2-inch pipes on them?
2-inch pipes in the quilt? Probably.
All right.
I would think so.
Next lot are assorted brooches.
All right. Solo layout for the brooches.
These two are really cool. If you remember, these were found in the Rich Bankers unit where he traveled to Scotland. And he got these two brooches.
Mary just became a super fan. Thank you so much, Mary. Sherry Novak's already in at 25. We know Sherry loves the brooches, and we know so does the niche lady. So if the niche lady's in the house, you'll probably see a bid from her too. Now Mary Linden is in at 50.
Pewter made in Scotland. There was even a price tag on here. I remember seeing a price tag.
Flippin' Adventure says that's more than being crafty, Jen. And it is. I mean, that's a work of art. That's art. That's an artist. We got 50 so far. Yep. Niche lady is in the house. 86. Niche lady is in the house. She said, what? David of the Junkyard's in at 75. Barbara's in at 75. There's
different assortments of brooches. There's a leaf. Now,
Shauna Pokemon is in at 80.
Some of the brooches may be missing some of the gemstones. Like, for example, right there, like 2 of them popped off. So some of these brooches may be, I guess I could say, incomplete if the gems fell off.
Hunter is the high bid right now. Sherry's in 100. Mary McAllister just came in 105.
This one is a crystal brooch. It's European
Mary
crystal.
Beth just became an addicted fan.
This appears to be
Thank
brand
you so
new,
much,
still
Mary.
sealed in the package.
Mary McAllister's in 105. Mary McAllister's here in Levy County.
Hey,
Crafty Floridian is in at 125, and she's in Florida.
She came to the Half Mil Tone Grill and made a video.
She sure did.
But video.
She sure did. Sherry Bloomfield's now at 135. 135 is the high bid right now. 135 is the high bid. Mary McAllister came in at 130. 135 is the high bid right now.
There's some, I think these are called hat pins.
Flippin' Adventure says those round gemstones are the easiest to replace with craft stones found at most craft stores. George and I aren't crafty. We don't know anything about this.
We are not crafty at all.
We are not gens.
But yes, sure. If you are into jewelry making,
Jody's in at 150.
You can teach yourself all these lovely skills on YouTube because
or ask Crafty Jen.
Yeah.
Or Flippin' Adventures.
Or Crafty Floridian.
160 is the high bid right now with Sherry Bloomfield. Sherry Nova is in at 165. 165. Harriet came in at 170. 170 now. Harriet was at the Half Mil Time to Grow party. Man, that party was so much fun. We should do one of those every week.
What?
Yeah, probably not. That was exhausting. That was exhausting.
Every week. No, the next milestone will be 1 mil.
Which is where we're going to retire. Sherry is in at 175.
Who knows how long it'll take us to get to that point? How long did it take us to get to 0.5 mil? 3 years?
I don't know. A long time. We would have got there sooner if we don't offend everybody in every video.
Right. If people didn't unsubscribe all the time, we would have been at like 10 million because we have
Mary's at
well over a quarter of a billion views.
Sherry's at 185 now.
This one's cool because it's got hangly dangly. It's supposed to be great.
Kim came in at 185. Sherry's high bidder at 185.
All right, I'm ready for the timer.
You're ready?
I'm ready. This one looks like one big old ring. Yeah, I'm ready for the timer. This one's not a brooch, or not this one. This one's not a brooch, but I threw it in there. It looks like it could be a button.
All right, $25 starting bid. Free shipping here in the United States. Sherry Novak is right now at 195. Free shipping here in the United States. Additional shipping outside of the United States. Everything is as is, no guarantees and no returns. Make sure you bid accordingly. We try and represent everything as we possibly can. You know, George is trying to say, hey, this one's not this. This one might have something missing. We try and represent it the best we can. We're not experts at anything. Well, George is an expert at farting, but that's besides the point.
I'm an expert at napping and eating barbecues.
I am an expert at eating barbecues.
And farting.
That woman can nap like nobody's business. Like, I wish I had that gift.
Well, not so much nap. I don't take a nap every day, but I do like to sleep.
Charlotte says, how in the world can you actually retire from fun employment? I don't know. We got so much going on right now.
Our backs hurt.
Like, we're like, okay. We're not going to do any more storage units. We buy a schoolhouse filled with storage.
To buy more storage
units. I mean, it just keeps on going. Okay. 195, 196 right now with Robert. We got to get this going. You got to bid fast. You got to bid furious because you literally only have 1 minute to win it. Let's do this. Here we go. 199 right now with Sherry. 199 right now with Sherry. 199 is high bid right now. 199 is high bid right now with Sherry. $199. Sherry's in at 199, I think. Sherry came back at 196. Dusty old dude's butt is sore. I think Sherry's still at 199. 15 seconds left to go. 199 seems to be the high bid right now. 199 seems to be the high bid with 6, 5. Niche Lady's at 210. 3, 2, 1. Tony came in at 210. Niche Lady's at 210. Niche Lady has first bid at 210. Niche Lady came in at 220. Niche Lady came in at 220. And Niche Lady didn't have to come in at 220. She got it for 210. 210. I knew it was going to be her or Sherry, one or the other. All right.
Or Tony.
It could have been Tony, too. Yeah, Tony's all about that. All right, Niche Lady, you're high bidder at 210. We will not accept your 220 because you bid against yourself. And Niche Lady, you know what to do. Your YouTube name, real name, shipping address, bid amount of 210, and tell George it was the brooch lot. And then backup bidder was Tony. Tony, your backup bidder, you can send all that same information to George and say, hey, I was backup bidder. You'll be good to go. Go ahead and get those emails in tonight as soon as possible, if you would, please. Sherry goes, Niche Lady always beats me, LOL. Maybe it's her connection. I don't know. She's got the sniping down. Like, I like her style is don't bid until you snipe. Let the other people drive it up and then wham! I kind of like that style.
There's a method to her madness.
Like, if we're not filming, that's how I normally bid at auctions. But filming, I'll just bid because you need something to watch. Who wants to just sit there and watch Jeremy be like?
A lot of people would.
No, they wouldn't. All right,
watch the chat say yes, I would.
Looks like we got a craft lot coming up here.
Most of these crafts came from the Walking Dead unit. So there's a ton of vintage.
Oh, that's right.
A ton of vintage Michaels. These came from Michaels. These are hands and feet and a smile that's sweet. Make it complete with a hug-a-bodies.
Debbie Vaughn said, I would watch. Yeah, because you're a creeper.
Told you.
It's not Debbie Vaughn. It's Debbie Creeper.
This is a small goose. Small body. Small goose. See how it's cut out into the wood? Here's a small raccoon. You can see the raccoon cut out in the wood. Here's a small bear. Another small body, whatever that means. A small goose. Another small body. Here's a small cow. Move.
I see Sherry Bloomfield in at
Here's
25.
a lamb, a small lamb. Another raccoon. Another bear. Another lamb. Here's a mouse. Not Mickey. Another body. Another cow. Move. There's a bear. Body. Heart. Oh, there's a llama. Looks like that's like
Careful, they
painted.
spit. JK says, what do you do with these?
Arts and crafts.
Ask the crafty Floridian, crafty Jen.
Here's a large pig.
Anybody with the word craft in their name on YouTube, ask them. They will tell you what to do with them, JK.
I mean, with imagination, you could do whatever you want.
You can do anything.
Here's a large cow. Boo. Here's a large bear. Another body. A mouse. A lamb. Raccoon. Goose. And mouse.
Man, that's a big lot. It's a big old lot.
Here's some craft wood. Different craft woods with some craft wire. I'm not going to pull all of these out. And then here is a glass rose. This appears to be brand new, still in the package. Glass rose.
Every rose has a thorn. Yeah,
I'm assuming this is more art craft stuff.
Just like every cowboy sings a sad,
There's a paper
sad
punch.
song. Every rose has a thorn.
Here's some, I don't know what these are. Decals, maybe?
BP's in at 45.
Decals. Body art. Here's some photo paper sprockets.
Local tradesman says 10 by 10 is 100, right? Not a creek.
Oh, it's body art. There's the instructions. You get all of this. Sorry, guys. I'm like whipping right through it. Some of these are upside down, but they're an assortment of different things. Here's a guide on how to knit quick. Here's some magnetic bookmarks.
Sherry's in at 50.
Here's some drawing leads. Here's a little wiener dog that's, what are these called? For your tablets or smartphones?
Is that a 2-inch wiener dog? It looks like a 2-inch wiener dog.
Here's a notepad that says, my bad, to and from, looks like it, said that, forgot that, botched this, misplaced that, stole this, borrowed that, etc.
Stylus. Charlotte says that's a stylus.
Yeah, it's a stylus. Here's a back and track where you can use it for labeling and storage location by using an app. Here's a star stamp. These were found in the pallets that we found.
Federico came in at 45.
In
but
the
we already
Pew
got a
Pew
bid
unit
at
where there was a
50.
lot of return pallet stuff.
Sharon's going to bed tonight.
So this is, you've got your markers and then
The notepad needs to be sent to Mary.
this thing that you can color. I'm assuming it's washable. You get 3 of those. And then
Sandy's in at 50. We already got a bid at 50. Sandy, if you want it, you got a bid higher. You might be lagging. Sandy's now in at 55. She's not
Here's
lagging.
some
She's right on it.
aluminum wire. These are probably tools to cut the wire. And then
Sandy's in at 55.
You'll get this clear case with all kinds of tools in it. Curved needles. There's, I'm assuming this is for knitting. Different size pins. There's some
David of the Junkyard's high bidder right now is 60. Now Sherry Bloomfield came in at 70.
Sewing kit in there. So you'll get that. Here's a ton of here's 100 pack of whatever these are. They look like wired fish.
Kevin T said, I figured out Top Chat is just for the subscribers.
Here's a sketchbook that has panels on it, turning photos into artwork.
Angie L just became a super fan, and Truckers10 has been a member for 6 months now as a super fan. Sherry's at 70. And Anna Marie Fleming, it's 3:20 a.m. right now for her.
Is she in the UK?
She probably can't sleep and has insomnia, and she puts us on so she can fall asleep because we're so boring.
Yeah, I could see that.
Maybe we should have.
Sometimes when I can't sleep, I'll play What the Hales too in the background and fall asleep to, you know, that guy's voice that's on there. He's got
Sometimes
a soothing voice.
When I can't sleep, I'll poke the person who's next to me and be like, "Hey, hey, 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 hey," and I just keep poking.
Now you know why I have gray hairs.
I just keep poking.
Now you guys know why I have gray hairs. This looks like it still has the tag on it.
Janet says, "Why can't I upgrade my membership?" That I don't know, Janet.
What type of device, Janet? What type of device are you on?
Try another device and see if that helps. Sandy's in at 75.
These are some signs you can hang up.
Crime puts the police scanner on to sleep.
You. Always in my heart.
I can't sleep unless George and I are touching.
We've got some origami. Here's a book on how to make origami.
If George and I aren't touching, I can't sleep. And even then, I still struggle a lot.
Here's another book on
Sherry's
origami.
in at 80.
Here's another book on origami.
Jody said, Janet, you can't upgrade from the iPhone. Although YouTube is supposed to
be changing
correct all of that in the next couple weeks.
Here's another 2-inch Wiener stylus. All right, I'm ready for the timer.
All right, George says she's ready. How many 2-inch pipes did you show?
2.
I thought this show was about my 2-inch pipe.
Look at that.
Awkward, to say the least.
Is it really awkward?
Yeah, that is awkward. All right, $25 starting bid, free shipping here in the United States, additional shipping outside the United States. Everything is as is, no guarantees and no returns. We try and represent everything as best as we possibly can. This is a lot we put together when we first came down here from that unit. I did take a nap today for 10 minutes. Power nap. And most importantly, you got to bid fast. You got to bid furious because you literally only have 1 minute to win it. I don't even know where the bid is, but I know you guys love this crafting stuff. I don't care about making money. I just love to put crafting stuff in your hands. We got about 45 seconds left to go. 45 seconds left to go. Now we're at less than 40 seconds. Everybody's talking about their iPhones. Well, that's better than 2-inch pipe talk. Kind of done that 2-inch pipe, but I'm sure where there's going to be more. Don Gibson just upgraded to the What the Hale's family.
So if you're having troubles upgrading, you have to be on the desktop version. So if you're on the iPhone, switch to the desktop version. Kim
M is now in at 85. 85 is my bid right now with about 10 seconds left to go. Kim M is high bidder at 85. Cherry Bloomfield is in at 80, but Kim M is now at 85. In about 2, 1. James McDonald just came in at 100. James McDonald's in at 100 right now. 100 is the high bid going once. 100 is the buy bid going twice and sold to James McDonald
He come out of nowhere with the snipe. Jay came in, missed the snipe. Crafty Floridian missed the snipe. Sherry Broomfield missed the snipe. All kinds of snipes missed. Wow. James got it, though. Okay. James, you know exactly what to do. You're going to send us your YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address, your bid amount, $100, and you're going to tell George it was the crafting lot right there. Wootails@yahoo.com. Backup is Kim M at 85. There was a lot of missed snipes there. Kim, you're back up at 85. You can email George as well. Say, hey, George, I was back up on all of that at 85. Send her an email right there, wootails@yahoo.com. Just remember, whenever you send us a communication, whenever you send us an email, you're going to get an auto response. You can ignore that. That's for frequently asked questions. But George will get you an invoice out tonight. So a lot of times after the auction, we are here for sometimes 2 hours because we have to wait for YouTube to do stuff behind the scenes. So YouTube does things. It's called processing behind the scenes. And so there's a lot of times we have to wait for YouTube to do its whole thing before we can actually leave, which is why I told Brian to be here tomorrow at 11 a.m. instead of early, because we get Sunday nights. Although this past week, we've been here so late every single night, but Sunday nights are usually our latest night. All right, looks like a game lot. I'm going to go ahead and give George solo layout.
Game board lot. A lot of these games came from the Rich Bankers unit. This one appears to be brand new, still sealed. This is the Hunger game, a game of strategy.
And you can start bidding immediately.
You'll get that. This game appears to be brand new, still sealed. These are classic games. It says 100 games, includes all of your favorite games and many more to discover. So you get all kinds of games in this one. It has 100 different games that you could play. Chess, checkers, racing game, 4 in a row. Snakes and Ladders, 9 Men's Morris.
Dad's Treasure Chest came in at 30. Sandy came in at 30.
Ludo, Tic-Tac-Toe, Solitaire, Game
Jeanette
of
Johnson's
Goose.
high bidder right now at 40. Shauna came in at 35. But still Jeanette at 40. Shauna came back at 50.
Again, that one's
right
new.
Now. Christine came in at 55. 55 is the high bid right now. Jody Chance just came in at 75.
Here's a game called Oh Snap. One slip and it's Oh Snap. It's the hunger of a lion, the hands
Shauna
of a
Pokemon
ninja,
just came in
and
at
a brain
80. I love
surgeon.
games, but George does not play them, and she makes me get rid of all of mine. And if George won't play games,
when do you
with
have
me,
time to play them?
And then George always says the same thing. When do you have time to play them? I work because you won't play games with me.
Nostalgia Edition, Scrabble, a crossword game. This appears to be brand new, still sealed. Here's Double 12 Dominoes.
Shout out Pokemom's high bidder right now at 80. 80.
These appear to be
But
new.
George will play games on her cell phone that have nothing to do with me.
And here's IQ Puzzler.
But she won't play an actual game with me.
You're too aggressive.
Unless it's Twister.
You're too competitive and aggressive.
Shauna's high bidder right now at 85.
Here's a 500-piece puzzle.
Oh, Shauna Pokemon bought the camper games. I hope you're using them. I loved all those.
Still sealed.
I loved all those. I kept those specifically for traveling and playing and camping.
And you gave me permission because you're like, I don't play them. I don't play that anymore.
She won't play.
But you also said I will not auction them off, and you got to keep a bunch. So don't even go there, Jeremy. Family, fun, and games. Here's a big old book.
Yep, we sure are.
Big old book of family, fun, and games.
Shauna Pokemon is high bid right now at 90.
It says 800 games for all ages.
Nikki said, I'd come and play games with you, but neither of us get any work done. That's true.
Here is Poker, a game of strategy. This is actually a really cool packaging. And this is a heavy box.
I don't know how to play poker, do you?
And then the last game in the slot is the Golden Girls.
Sherry Bloomfield, you are not invisible, but the high bid right now is 90.
Any way you slice it game.
I can see your bid right now, or not your bid, but I can see you saying, am I invisible? Maybe try spelling it out.
Collect 8 pieces of cheesecake to win.
Gotta love some cheesecake.
No, I want cheesecake. All right. And that completes the assorted game board lot.
Sarah Shaw's in at 95 now. That's the whole lot right there.
Yeah. Remember watching the Golden Girls?
Do you really think I watched the Golden Girls?
Yeah.
No.
Everybody did.
Jackie's in at 100. I was not allowed to watch the Golden Girls, nor did I ever have to be told I wasn't allowed to watch the Golden Girls because I never wanted to watch the Golden Girls. Everybody did not watch the Golden Girls. Did you watch 18? Good.
With my grandma.
Because that's what I was watching. Jeffrey Montgomery came in at 100 as well. Crafty Jen said, I'd come and play, but I have a feeling Jeremy would have me making repairs. Yeah, definitely with their machine. Yeah, we doing some serious repairs. And JK says Golden Girls can't really be a game. Yep, it is.
You just saw it. You can't unsee it.
It
JK.
is. All right, high bid right now. I think is somewhere around 100. I lost it in there somewhere. $25 starting bid, free shipping here in the United States, additional shipping outside the United States. Everything is as is, no guarantees and no returns. You got to bid fast. You got to bid furious. You got 1 minute to win it. Whoops, wrong button. 1 minute to win it. $100 seems to be the high bid right now with Jackie, I believe. I believe it's Jackie is the high bid right now. I like board games. George likes her phone games.
I like one-person games. And then Jeremy Jeremy won't yell at me if I play by myself.
I never yell at you in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think I'm going bold?
Yeah, that Otter Creek water.
It's that Otter Creek water. Shauna Pokemon is high bid right now at 105. 105 is high bid right now with about 15 seconds left to go. Shauna Pokemon is high bidder at 105. Jeffrey just came in at 110. 110. Up 38. Perfectly up 38. I don't understand that. 110 is high bid right now. 110, 110, 120. Jackie is high bidder at 125. 125 is the high bid. I was trying to figure out some other things that were being said in the chat, so I apologize if I kind of paused there. It's Jackie at 125. Jackie, your high bidder at 125. Send us
Jackie AGD.
Yep, AGD. You can send us your YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address, your bid amount 125. Tell George it's the game lot. The game lot. Jackie said, yeah.
All right, one more lot before the free Daisy Dukes.
Ooh, she's giving away the Daisy Dukes. I hope I didn't fart in those. Backup bidder is Jeffrey Montgomery at 110. Jeffrey, you are backup
What do you
bidder.
mean you hope? You did.
Did you wash them?
Nope.
That was a very sweaty day. Very sweaty day. My thick thighs.
All right. The last lot is from the millionaire.
Oh, million dollar woman lot here, who unfortunately took her own life.
All right.
You think
So
those boots were worth money?
Yeah. Last week we auctioned off some of her boots, her high-end boots. And then this week we're going to do shoes. These are, I'm assuming she's a size 7, 7.5. These are Gucci. Gucci wedges.
Gucci.
These are some Gucci wedges. We have not authenticated them. But there's a pair of tan Gucci wedges. Super cute. And then there's also a pair of black Gucci wedges.
They asked how the fluffy butts are doing. They're doing really good. They've had a big old 6-foot rat snake there the other day, but
2 in 1 week.
But the rat snakes will eat baby chickens and eggs, but not a full-grown chicken. But I did remove both. I got a call from George. She was over at the ranch house. There's a giant snake over here. I was like, okay, so move it.
I don't know what to do.
I go, move it. I don't know. Oh, I'm scaredy. Went, do what I do. Grab it,
7.
take it in the back towards the creek, put it in the pond so it can eat rodents out there.
Well, he doesn't grab it bare hand. He wanted me to grab them bare hand.
The only reason why I put the glove on is because they musk me. You can grab it.
You wanted me to grab it bare hand.
You can grab it bare hand as well.
No.
Sean Goodman said, would 2 pairs of the wedges be called a wedgie?
So there's a pair of these Louise. I've never heard of this brand. Maybe you guys at home have. But she had every color. Louise Sai. There's this cream colored. There's the brown colored.
Kelly Miller is high bidder right
These
now.
are
At
7,
25.
size 7. And then she also have them in black. These all look gently worn, size 7. So they come in cream, brown, and black. And then she...
Remember, this was the multimillionaire that lived in one of the most fluent or high-end areas in Florida. Unfortunately, she took her own life. And instead of all of these high-end shoes going in the garbage,
these are 7.5.
These can be actually given new life and enjoyed by other people.
These are Ivanka Trump shoes, Donald Trump's wife. Ivanka. Is that his current wife or ex-wife? Ivanka. Here's a pair of tan ones, Ivanka Trump, size 7.5. These are 6.5. These tan ones.
Shauna's taking the night off. She says, all right, night, everybody. Patience is going to love it. Mary Beth's now in at 55. I see the bids right now at 55. Ivanka is his daughter.
Ivanka
Mary Beth says ex-wife.
So, yeah, ex-wife. Bella Vita. These are genuine leather. These are also size 7.
Milana is his current wife. Ivana was his first wife. Ivanka is his daughter. And Milana is his current.
Gotcha.
He likes them foreign women. Can't say that I don't blame him. Got me a foreigner too. Jody is high bidder at 80.
How am I foreign if I was born here in the United States?
I want to see a birth certificate.
Here's some city classified comfort.
Russ the Sus is going to start demanding a birth certificate for you to be here in Otter Creek.
These are size 7, gently worn. And then here's a pair of Adidas. Doesn't even look
Jody's
like
in at 85 now.
These are...
Does she ever wear them?
Doesn't look like she ever wore them. If she wore them, maybe once indoors. These are a size 7 US. These are cute. I'd wear these. But it's too hard to keep anything clean in Florida with all the sand and the dirt.
Whenever we get home up north, the first thing I want to do is have the truck detailed.
All right. That concludes the last of the shoes of the shoe lot. I'm ready for the timer.
You're ready? Jody's high bidder right now at 80.
I want to say there's 10 pairs of shoes.
You want to say, or there actually are?
I'm pretty sure I counted
All
right.
We're doing Mary math now.
Stop. I'm not that scary when it comes to math.
All right. There are maybe 10 pairs of shoes. All right. $25 starting bid. Free shipping here in the United States. Additional shipping outside of the United States.
Yes, 10.
Everything is as is. No guarantees, no returns. And Mary Beth is now at 85. George says, yes, there are 10. Try and represent everything the best that we possibly can. And you got to bid fast. Is that 2 pair of Gucci right there?
Yeah.
You got to bid fast. You got to bid furious. You literally only have 1 minute to win it. Here we go. 90 is the high bid right now. 90 is the high bid right now with Mr. Kalaparupakalaba. 90 is high bid right now. Sherry's now in at 95. 95 is the high bid right now. Sherry Novak is in at 95. 45 seconds left to go. 45 seconds left to go. JK says, I'm opening math class at Hale's Hall. Please. And with your first student is going to be Mary. We got 95 is high bid right now. 95 is high bid right now with Sherry. 25 seconds left to go. 95 is still a high bid. 10 pair of shoes here. 2 of them are Gucci's. 95 is still high bid with about 15 seconds left to go. 15 seconds left to go. Sherry's still high bidder right now. Sherry is still high bidder currently with about 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Sherry's still high bidder. Is Sherry going to get it for 95? Is Sherry going to get it for 95? Going once. Sold to Sherry for 95. What a deal. Wowzers. Wowzers. Say what now? It is. It's Sherry. Yep. All right. So, Sherry, you know exactly what to do. You can go ahead and send George your, you know what to do, Sherry. You know what to do. I'm not sure who backup bidder was, but we know Sherry will come and get him.
You got to figure out a trivia question.
And I have to figure out a trivia question, apparently. But before I do, I'm going to go ahead and get ourselves set back up. Normal setup. And don't worry, I'll be right back there. I got to remove George from... Bam. Remove George. We are back to normal again. And I have to come up with a trivia question because somebody is going to win some Daisy Dukes. Could you be cray?
Some people don't know what Daisy Dukes are. Do you want to explain what Daisy Dukes are?
You're going to try and make me put them on again? No. No. Ooh, that's a good question.
They're all really good.
Ooh, that's a good question. I like the last question the best. I like the last question. Too. I like the last question the best. Man, I should get paid for this.
You're getting paid with snacks.
Oh,
international snacks.
International snacks right there. Look at that. Treats from around the world. Okay. And she's gone. Just like that. That's the way it happens sometimes. You won't see her for months. And
okay.
All right. What a hails of a week here in Otter Creek. I feel like Garrison Keeler.
All right.
It's not been a quiet.
Let me show the prizes before you ask the question.
In Lake Otter Creek. Okay.
And make sure you guys refresh too. That way.
If there's one thing George loves to do, it's to refresh.
Make sure you refresh. If you don't know what Daisy Dukes are, they're basically shorty shorts, like shorty shorts.
I had a little bit of a malfunction. I had a wardrobe malfunction.
So clearly these were cut off. These were cut and we were found here in the schoolhouse. And
Russell Meeks, Mayor Otter Creek, was watching me in my boxers on the front porch. Creep.
Of course.
Yeah.
What else would he be doing?
Calling the sheriff. You know, Mary called him, and then he called the sheriff.
That's where.
Or Mary called the sheriff, or he sent Richard because he wasn't brave enough to actually show up himself.
Do you want to smell it?
No,
You put it on.
I lived it.
They were on you.
You are the one that has weird smell fetishes.
Well,
Get that away from my face.
So if you're the first one to answer the trivia question correctly, you get these. If you want Jeremy to sign them, let us know whether you want the right butt cheek or the left butt cheek signed when you send the email.
Or the 2-inch pipe.
And then
which is on the leg that they cut off.
And then the other prizes that I have, if you're the second or the third to answer the trivia question correctly, I have some delicious, yummy Bubba Q's Tractor Grease barbecue sauce. These are still sealed, brand new.
That's the favorite, the world favorite right there.
This is my second favorite. My first favorite is taking their ranch dressing and mixing some of the moonshine barbecue with it, 80-20. Oh my God, it's so good. And then Tractor Grease is my second favorite.
Just a reminder, we usually take our trivia question from the least viewed video of the week, and views have picked up significantly since I started viewing Otter Creek again. The people are very, very interested in the corruption of Otter Creek.
Yes.
I wish I didn't have to film it.
Otter Creek is the talk of the town. Here in town.
The easiest way for them to, if Otter Creek doesn't want to be filmed, the easiest thing to do is put the right people in the right positions, and there's no corruption, and I don't have to film for accountability. But
from cops. No cops called on me by town residents, even though the cops were still here on the property. Where does George want to put the no swimming sign? Where does George want to put the no swimming sign? George wants to put the no swimming sign where?
Daisy Dukes originated from the Dukes of Hazzard.
Well, most people are saying, holy cow, this is crazier than the Dukes of Hazzard.
Philip Whitefam says, I figured the tractor grease came from the Daisy Dukes. No, it was not produced.
Was coming out.
It was not produced there.
There's no hole in my 2-inch pipe.
So many guesses are coming through. A lot of you are getting it so wrong, but a lot of you are nailing it right on the head. The first person to answer the trivia question correctly that I see on my end is the Sean Goodman with in the urinal.
There's no hole.
The second person to answer correctly is the niche lady with in the urinal.
These people know too much about my urinal. There's no hole in my 2-inch
And the
pipe.
third person to answer correctly is Dell with urinal. Dell, Dell.
Hi.
Congratulations,
There's
you
no
three.
hole.
Make sure you email us at whatthehales@yahoo.com. Let us know that you are the winner of tonight's trivia question. And I'll mail you back once I have the. Well, Sean probably won't want it mailed. He'll probably want it hand delivered, like local
I'm hoping
pickup.
Sean doesn't want them at all.
Sean, you want them local pickup or you want me to mail it to you? Let us know in the email too.
2-inch pipe.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully you had fun with us as usual. If this is your first live, hopefully we didn't scare you off and you'll come back again next Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
There's no hole in my 2.
Thank you to everyone who tuned in tonight, everyone that sent fan mail, everyone that sent super chats and super sticker donations. Thank you to everyone that became a member this evening and all of our awesome moderators. We couldn't do the chat without you guys.
Because I don't have one. There's a hole in my 1.
We try to release a new video every day at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, unless life gets in the way, which will be tomorrow. There won't be a video, but there will be one Tuesday.
Russ the Sus has a 1/2-inch pipe with a hole.
And then we go live every Sunday at 8 p.m.
Russ the Sus has a 1/2-inch pipe with a hole. He has a hole. He has a hole. Russ the Sus has a 1/2-inch pipe with a
Stay
hole.
tuned for next Sunday. Next Sunday, we're going to have a different song. Well, Jeremy will have a different song. Say goodnight, Jeremy.
Good night, Jeremy.
No, not to yourself, to everyone at home.